Comic Timing is member supported by listeners like you over at patreon.com/comic timing. We thank you so much for your continued support of the show. For as little as $1 a month, you continue to make this show happen. Remotes like this are possible because of the Zoom bill getting paid by you dudes. So we thank you very much for that. For as little as $1 a month, you get some great extra features like Raph's articles that he's been writing. Chris Nautilus has a couple in the can. Look, you wrote a few. You wrote one. You wrote that. All right, fine. You wrote one. Raph's on this episode, as if you couldn't tell, because you're not even seeing him right now, because I usually put the piece of artwork on top of this. But anyway, we thank you very much for your continued support of the show. Patreon.com/comic timing. If you want to give a one-time donation, that's at paypal.me/IAM sci-fi. Hey there, folks. My name is Ian Levinstein, and welcome to episode 259 of Comic Timing. In a way, we're doing this old school, because behind the curtain, I'm putting all the music in post. So you're hearing me right now. We're not hearing that lovely alt 2000s rock, but we can pretend that we are, and that's what matters most. Also old school, because although this is a previous episode, I somehow got two Comic Timing originals here, so go figure. For his first previews episode, Mr. Brent Cassina, hi.
Hello. Long time no see.
I know. We saw in the flesh not too long ago. Those of you who haven't listened to the episode should probably do that. It was a good time.
Yeah, I know Donovan was complaining we weren't drunk enough, but I'm making up for it tonight, sir.
Good. Yeah, and I've got a mojito with a little bit of white rum in there.
And a Devil Rays cup. That's how old that cup is. That was the original name.
Yeah, which is funny, too, because this is only actually about, I think, like 2 years old.
You can tell it hasn't been through the dishwasher many times. She must hand wash it or never use it.
Hand wash. That's the way it goes. Yeah, we got two Rays cups at the game we were at last night. It was Yankees Rays. We were talking pre-show how it was like 95% Yankees fans and 5% Rays, and they had covered up every Yankee logo except for the Yankee logos on every row of seats, which I guess they didn't bother to do. So
that's great.
It's good times. Raph Suhu here as well. Hey, Raph.
Hello. It is the big three, the Trinity.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Batman, the Superman, and the Wonder Woman.
Yes.
This might be the first previews episode it is the first previews episode I've ever participated in.
Yes, definitely.
It might also be the only previews episode I listened to all the way through, for the fact that I'm going to be here all the way through.
Hey, look, man. Even
they're just not my thing.
No,
I don't listen to them.
I get it. I like being on them, and I love putting them out there for the fans who like really do love it. There's a reason that we've continued this format here over on Comic Timing, and that I know that there's a lot of folks out there that you take this as their way of finding out what books they're going to be reading in the future. So they're
going to really hate my sardonic wit.
If they don't hate mine already, dude, then like they're
mine's worse.
Also, fair warning to anybody out there: if you realize I'm a little bit more hoarse than I normally am, it's because once again I was screaming way too loud at Giancarlo Stanton's 2-run home run in the 10th last night. So that's why that happened. Yep. So, all right. Let's get it started. We are going to begin, as usual, with the image catalog, and we will go from there. And you should now be seeing said image catalog. So go figure. This is the quote-unquote October of the image catalog, which that is right. August, September. Yeah, that October. Okay, good. We got the right one here.
2 months.
Spawn here on the cover. And a whole bunch of good stuff to talk about this month, including Spawn: The Dark Ages, issue 1 of 6 by Liam McCormick Sharp. We got a cover by Blank Sketch. Oh, wait, it's just a blank sketch cover. That's it. Yeah, thank you, guys. My favorite artist is Blank Sketch, to be honest.
Oh my God, I love
how that's cover B instead of like the last one.
I know, right? Like, why wouldn't you put the actual artists as B and C and put Blank Sketch as D? But I guess it's because the Ryan Brown is a 1 out of 50 variant. So go figure. This is exactly what it sounds like. It's Spawn in the Dark Ages. Saxon barbarians. Harry Britain from the east. In the north, the Pictish threat looms. From the west, Hyberians send raiders from the land that shall one day be called Ireland. Good whiskey there. And Arrhenius, newly anointed king, must defend Britain against all of these threats, was also dealing with the growing rebellion amongst his other people, his own people, that is. For there are stories of another, more worthy king, whom the Christians refer to as the devil Spawn. What? Spawn more worthy than the king himself? Can we just marvel at how absolutely gorgeous this artwork is here? Like,
No, but I want to see it.
Okay, good. Get out.
See, I remember, I think the first time I ever saw Liam Sharp's artwork was when he was doing the Gears of War stuff years ago, when Gears of War was hot.
Yep.
And then I saw him do Wonder Woman, and I thought that one was okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did Green Lantern with Grant Morrison, which I bailed on after 5 issues because it was weird Grant Morrison. And that one, I feel like that art was muddy, and this is kind of in that same vein. He did some Batman and Wonder Woman thing. I can't remember what it was called, but I don't know. It just him and Tony Daniel, I feel like sometimes they're on and sometimes they're off in terms of their proportions and stuff. Like I remember reading Tony Daniel in the 2000s, and loving his art. And I loved his stuff on Batman. Then he went to Detective.
Yeah.
And then the stuff he did with Noctera and Snyder, and then whatever he's been doing recently, I'm just like, it looks so much flatter.
Yeah.
Like he's I don't know if he's becoming looser in his later years or what, but it's just something about as an artist progresses. I think you can see this with Frank Miller. Like they're just, I'll call it sloppier for losing having a bad technical term for it.
No, that's fair. I think what I do appreciate about this is exactly what Raph just said. This is very Conan art, and I think it's like hearkening back to straight up like 70s Conan the Barbarian, which works really well for the story being told here. And this right here, like, I mean, come on, like seriously, that could be a cover to Conan the Barbarian from 1976.
Yeah, that looks cool. I'm just curious as to why they're not showing the Devil Spawn instead of this Conan page. Like, I don't know if it's going to be more of a Conan story or more of a Spawn story.
I bet he shows up at the last page of the first issue.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That's probably what the deal is.
That's more than likely the case because it's a 6-issue mini, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what winds up happening here. But page 1 for Spawn the Dark Ages and the preview pages after that, do check that out. And just a quick mention of King Spawn hitting its 50th issue on page 4 as well. It's also the cover to this month's Image catalog. And that's Rory McConville with a cover by the one and only Todd McFarlane himself. So here's the 50 issues of King Spawn. Good for you.
See, I've never read King Spawn.
No.
I've read Spawn, but what is this is the second Spawn title?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is one like Batman and like, you know how they say Batman's the superhero book and Detective is the detective book?
Yeah.
Is King Spawn the horror book as opposed to the Brett Booth drawn regular Spawn?
I think you might be right about that. This itself is more of a side story to Spawn from what I remember. So I really haven't read much of it, but I paged through a little bit of it. So I'm going to go with yes on that. But either way, 50 issues is an achievement in the world of comics, and anybody who does like their Spawn gets that for them on page 4. Page
It'll
5
get a
here,
compendium, that's for sure.
Hell yeah. Page 5 here is what I want to focus
Transformers! Yep. Dun, 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 dun.
Robert Kirkman, Dan Mora, Transformers.
So good.
Hell yeah. A new era of the Transformers books begin, and Dan Mora can basically work on 5 things at once, and he's good at it. I love the way he draws the Transformers. This is going to be awesome. I really think this is going to be the right way for this book to go. I mean, the previous run was outstanding, and now Kirkman himself writing Transformers. I don't see anything wrong with that. So,
what is Pat Lee doing? What is Pat Lee doing right now?
What is Pat Lee doing right now?
Yeah, like I remember him drawing Transformers. Is he no longer like the machines guy anymore?
That was
Dreamwave. That was
Yeah.
like that was like 4 companies ago.
Wasn't Pat Lee also doing Transformers? Was it covers maybe?
No. He might have done some. He might have done some like variant covers, but I think it was Warren Johnson for the last 25 issues, and
Yeah.
Well, he was the writer, and then they had a different artist come on with like number 7, right?
right, exactly. But he still did the covers at least.
Okay.
But it definitely has not been him in a very very long time. I'd say the only thing he does these days are like random covers. I think he worked on one ongoing that we mentioned in previews, maybe a couple of months back, and that was like the first thing he had done in years. So mostly cover work and probably other private artwork more than anything else. But yeah, new ongoing oversized here. Dan Mora, Jorge Corona, Mike Spicer on the artwork, Robert Kirkman himself on the story. 48 pages available for you there on page 5. We do have the author immortal. Go ahead, Raph.
Yeah, I picked this up. It's a story about the stories that shape us and the power they still hold. Hector Ramirez is a failed writer who gets the opportunity of a lifetime to help reboot the fantasy book series that defined his childhood. But when he discovers the original author has mysteriously vanished into his fictional world, Hector is pulled into a realm where stories are alive and some are willing to kill to stay in control.
Mm-hmm.
So this reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember that Vertigo series from
The Unwritten.
Oh yeah.
Yes, The Unwritten. That's exactly the series I'm talking about. Mike Carey and I forget who did the art, but that was one of my favorite series when it was coming out back in what 2010, 2011.
Yep, same
so
here.
I love that kind of like meta, the writers into story kind of thing. So this is definitely up my wheelhouse.
Even the cover like template for this is very reminiscent to The Unwritten, like the same font ish, or at least close to the same font on the logo, and it just looks very similar to an Unwritten cover. So yep, should be good stuff. Available on October 1st on page 6.
And remember, the best is yet unwritten.
Thank you very much for that one.
Oh, of course, anytime.
Death to what do you think? Is it Pachuco or is it something
probably
else?
Pachuco. I think it's Pachuco.
Death to Smoochie, number 1 of 5. Death to Pachuco, number 1 of 5. Henry Barajas, Rachel Merrill, and Lee Luffridge on the writing and artwork chores here. This actually, in a good way, kind of reminds me of Steve Bryant. In the setup here, and also on the artwork for that matter, like it really gives like a old school Steve Bryant flair to it. During the summer of 1943, Los Angeles becomes a hotbed of tension and conflict as a series of fierce clashes erupted between the U.S. Navy members and Mexican-American youth, stemming from the murder of Carlos Urbano. Private Eye, Ricardo Ricky Tellez. See, it's good when I'm at least a little bit hoarse, then it just sounds that much cooler when I do that. Needs to find the sleepy lagoon killer before the racist mob kills him in the Zoot Suit riots. Riot! Throw back a bottle of beer. The clock is ticking, and it's a bad time to be a Mexican. This is very much noir action here.
Not relevant to today at all, though.
Not at all. No. I don't even know why they're bothering to put it out, but yeah.
No, I don't either.
Mature readers definitely on this one. Nice crime, historical fiction, noir action. 32 pages for $4. Not too shabby at all. On page 8. Preview pages on page 9. We got a really interesting G.I. Joe one-shot on page 12 here. Is that not the best cover? like my God. Tim Seeley and Juan Cabal with Rex Locus on the artwork chores as well.
I was interested in this one until I saw it was G.I. Joe.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah, look, G.I. Joe is some good shit, at least sometimes, and no joke, since the Image reboot, it's actually been like a brand new breath of fresh air on this.
I found a YouTuber who's doing comic book reviews, and she's like a Zoomer. She's in college, and she was talking up G.I. Joe, and I was like, oh, the youth are liking this G.I. Joe stuff, huh?
Yep.
This YouTuber does comic reviews. What the hell, man?
That's true.
I watch you all the goddamn time. I just don't comment. I'm sorry. I watch you. I can't. You want my boss to do? I'm commenting on. Hold on. I gotta comment on this video.
You know what's funny? This is not the first time that this exchange has occurred on this
No,
show.
it hasn't. It hasn't.
It's me versus everyone else.
I know. Plus, I will also point out variant cover by the one and only Brent Schoonover, friend of the show and excellent artist in and of himself. But G.I. Joe Cold Slither, the greatest band ever, reunites to rock and rule the world. And a G.I. Joe one-shot here, 32 pages, $4. Available for you there on page 12. And then how about this one? Good Devils Don't Play Fair with Evil. Another one-shot here. David Brothers and Nick Dragotta teaming together for three tales that hit like a truck. Who will rule the roost in the post-apocalypse? Will the greatest boxer alive actually live up to his self-proclaimed legend? And just who will survive in America? Extra length, perfect bound, 64-page issue here for only $6, so only a little bit more than a standard one shot on page 13 there. Dig the premise, dig the concept. Looks very interesting.
This one was interesting. I think I ended up ordering it.
Nice, yeah.
The Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle Special. Ice Cream Man is proud to present an unprecedented comic book event. Continuing their exploration to just what a comic can be, the award-nominated team responsible for Ice Cream Man, one of the most enduring comics of the last decade, has pushed the envelope. This time, so far, that might just fall right off the gosh darn table. The Mortal Coil Shuffle is a one-time only, one-of-a-kind Ice Cream Man story told via a deck of 55 playing cards. Though for the audio listeners, it said playing with quotation marks in the air.
Yes, you did.
And those cards, numbered, sequenced, and packed in a beautiful custom card box, tell a comic book yarn unlike anything you've read before. Every card features art by ICM super duo Martin Morazzo and Chris O'Halloran, alongside the writing natch of W. Maxwell Prince. As for the deck, some cards tell part of the story, other cards cast spells on the characters, reminiscent of a magical card game folks have loved for decades.
Wow.
That's gathering some dust in my closet right now.
You said it so I didn't have to.
There you go. Some cards must be joined with other cards to form a complete piece of art, like putting a puzzle together. Not to mention trick cards, root intrusions, and wild cards that can alter the direction of the story, lickety split, just like that. It's the first of its kind comic experiment, and as such will be limited to one printing and one printing only, and the story told here will never be collected in trade. The cards will release and then poof, they'll be gone like magic.
Wow.
We suggest reserving one with your LCS far in advance of FOC. Okay. So get ready, comic fans, to go fish, draw forward, declare war, and probably fold your hand in this exciting comic book narrative delivery and innovation, anchored, of course, by the creepy, strange voice readers have come to love-hate from Ice Cream Man! Ice Cream Man! Ice Cream Man!
I cannot wait to read the miniseries he's writing over at DC with Superman.
Kryptonite.
Yeah, that looks really good. And this is just a really cool, special, unexpected concept here. It's funny that we saw this now too, because Chris Nautis sent me a Facebook reel of a bunch of people who, they're removing MetroCard machines in New York. And behind the one of the MetroCard machines at one of the stations was an old ad for the first Pokemon movie. And I don't know why, but this just immediately made me think of that. And even better, under that ad and slightly in the corner was an ad for the animated series that I love, Mission Hill. Which most people have forgotten, but it was one of the first Adult Swim animated series, like one of the ones that they rescued, like home movies back in the day, set in Boston in the Mission Hill neighborhood, by I think one of the co-creators of The Simpsons, if I remember correctly. So it's nice to see that. But yeah, Ice Cream Man, the Mortal Coil Shuffle Special, available on page 14. I somehow have a feeling that Raph is off getting something Pokemon related, but we'll continue on while he's doing that, or he's getting his dinner. I don't know, but either way,
2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, he's coming back. Come back.
I found an original VHS copy of the Pokemon movie not that long ago, but I don't know where I put it.
All right. Sit your ass down.
Fine, whatever.
I believe you. While we're at it, the Power Fantasy, Kieran Gillen and Casper Wingard reaches its 12th issue and a new story arc. The Etienne Lux guy, he's an interesting fellow. What's going on with him? Also, fucking chaos fallout from issue 11. Seriously, we're just throwing handfuls of poop at every fan we see, then demanding more poop and more fans. More poop, more fans. What the hell, Kieran Gillen? I love it. The Power Fantasy new story arc starting here on page 15. You can also get the first volume available as well from Image. All right. Scroll ourselves down to some creepy action.
Hey,
October.
you skipped the best book.
Oh, which one? Which one?
Rook Exodus number 7.
Oh, there you go. Hey, how about Rook Exodus number 7, Brent?
New story.
Rook Exodus number 7 by Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok with 4 covers, crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
New story arc. You got Rook, who's the guy in the owl mask. Apparently, he's a rook, which is some form of raven, not an owl.
Nevermore.
Okay. Critically acclaimed series returns. Quest to save the Bloodhound begins. One of the most respected of the wardens, the father of the direwolf, has disappeared, vanished off the wildlife grave with whispers of madness following him in his wake. Now the remaining wardens must band together to find him or stop him, and the fate of Exodus is at stake. Also meet Stag, mysterious deer warden with knowledge that could shake the very roots of the wild.
Ooh.
This series I did really like, and Jason Fabok is killing it on art here.
Nice.
They took a long break between 6 and 7, I'm guessing, because Jason and most of the other Ghost Machine creators, I mean, Brian Hitch took a break every couple of issues in Redcoat, but it seems like Fabok's like, nope, we're going to take a break, and it's going to be like Saga, like he's going to draw everything.
And I mean that makes perfect sense. You know, if it's their story, you know, let's pace it out and make sure they get a chance to actually do it right. So, yeah, cool. Rook Exodus, issue 7, new story arc on page 16. And then for something very Halloween-y on page 18, Super Creep Show special, Dan Waters, Ryan Stegman, Ed Brisson on the story. And then Carmine de Giamanico, Riley Rossmo, Andre Bresson, and others on artwork. This is a nice, creepy, scary, spooky one-shot for the Halloween crowd in October. Exactly the way it should be. And you can check out Super Creep Show special one-shot on page 18. How about this one, Raph?
Ooh, I love this one. Exactly. Well, maybe not there, but A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance, giant size artist proof edition by Remender and Andre Lima Araujo. Presenting
Araujo. I'll say Araujo.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Presenting issues number 1 and 2 of the hit series A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance by Rick Remender and Andre Lima Araujo. In the ultimate artist proof treatment, showcasing Lima Araujo's pages in their original links in stunning 11x17 format. When an unassuming man stumbles upon a dark web contract assassin's vicious plot to kill an innocent target, he turns himself into one. The professional meets Road to Perdition in this story of a family's unlikely guardian being hunted by rich and powerful men who are used to getting away with everything. Cool story. I loved Deadly Glass, so I love Remender's work. So,
tell me that is not Benedict Wong on the cover.
It's not Benedict Wong on the cover.
I agree.
Yeah, it looks just like him.
Yeah, it does.
Whether he intended it or not, it looks.
Yeah,
looks
I got more eyebrows than that guy. I mean, like you don't like.
That's true. Yeah,
I can't see the mouse, but like
a Greg Deodato book, and he's pulling the guy from Ocean's 11 and a whole bunch of people in his Photoshop comics now.
Page 19. Once again, it collects the first 2 issues of A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance in a giant size artist proof edition. This is $24.99, but it's also 11x17, so well worth it if you're interested on page 19.
Yup.
Mm-hmm. And then Dracula, Black and White Special, number 1 of 2 by James Tinian IV. 1, 2, 3, 4th. And Martin Simmons on the artwork as well. This is back in glorious black and white, And of course, the spooky month of October is the best time for Universal Monsters Dracula Black and White to come out. And this is a special here on page 20. Available on October 29th, just in time for Spooky Day.
Ooh.
And then for any of you Radiant Black fans, there's cards now. There's a card game for you to have cards of. It's cards.
I do love a good card game.
Mm-hmm. I'm not collecting that. All right, moving on.
I'm not either. I got enough
page
to worry
21.
about.
Yep. And then there's a Scumboard skateboard deck. Moving on. All right. Let's see. Most of this stuff is mid-storyline. Thomas Healy's Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx, number 7. I always want to say MYX, but no, that's Marvel. On page 24, the 7th and final issue of that. And Bloodletter by Joseph Illidge and Tim Seeley also reaches its 5th and final issue on page 26. Got a new Creepshow issue on page 27 there for you. More Department of Truth action on page 29. Tinian IV and Scott Snyder continuing their long-running story here. Issue 34 there. And let's see if anything else of note calls out to us here. Aubrey Citizen's Free Planet reaches its 6th issue, which means we're probably got a trade coming soon of that on page 30.
Which I have to buy because, as I mentioned in my very first comic catch-up, I only ordered the first issue.
Well, there you go.
Have, and now I know it's time to order the trade. Probably next month. I'll bring it up next month when the trade's on solicit.
And where can you find those Raph's comic catch-ups, by the way?
Why, you can find those on the Comic Timing YouTube, youtube.com/@comictimingpodcast.
That's right. If you're not watching us right now, why aren't you? All right, moving on. Page 35.
Please watch us.
All right, fine. Too hard. Coming in a little bit too hard. Reel it back.
Like and subscribe.
All right, fine. That'll do. Standalone Night Force Covert Op in G.I. Joe number 12, Brent's favorite book, Joshua Williamson and Marco Federa. There on page 36. You just missed the G.I. Joe phenomenon, man. Like you're just younger than us enough to not really have gotten into G.I. Joe the way.
Yeah, I read the miniseries and I was like, well, there's a lot of these miniseries, so I did not even pick up the regular new G.I. Joe series. Mm-hmm. And I think when Joes were hot, I was what? 2, 3, and then it was on to Ninja Turtles, and that was it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm in a I still appreciate G.I. Joe, but like it's Ninja Turtles, Transformers, and I think that those are my big 2. Is Ninja Turtles from the 80s at least?
Transformers and Thundercats were up there for me, along with the Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters. But G.I. Joe definitely has a certain place in my heart. Not nearly as much as, say, Chris Everly or Shane does, but I still appreciate it, and I appreciate this revitalization that Skybound is doing for the Joes right now. This is the 12th issue of this particular run that Joshua Williamson is on with Marco Federa, that is. So do check it out on page 36. Oh. And then issue 321 of G.I. Joe Real American Hero by Larry Hama on page 37.
A silent issue.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Bringing the silent issues back. A new silent interlude, 300 issues in the making, because the last one was issue 21. So, good times there on page 37. We would read it here on the show, but silent issues don't really work well for podcasts.
And when he screamed out, 7 thunders, cried
more
his name.
More Geiger. Geiger's good.
Yep, Geiger is indeed good. Yeah, Geiger, that's issue 19 on page 38 there.
Are you guys reading the Ghost Machine stuff at all?
I'm way behind. I read the first couple of issues. Yeah, I read the first couple of issues, and I fell behind after that, but I may catch up via Comics Plus, because I think they have that on there as well, and it's free, and I like free.
Yeah, most of that stuff's good. I think the only one that I'm kind of so on is Hornsby and Halo. This one here,
okay,
which has got an interesting premise, but it's not as, I don't know. It's Peter Tomasi, Peter Snyberg, but it's a demon and an angel living on Earth, being raised, trying to be influenced by the other side. Is
it just me, or does this feel very like Valiant? like old school Valiant in concept.
Maybe it reminds me a lot of the Michael Turner series Shrugged when he was still alive.
Oh,
It was kind of doing the same thing with
yeah,
like
yeah,
the devil and the
okay.
angel on the kid's shoulder.
Yeah.
But these are kids.
Or perhaps the NBC animated series God, the Devil, and Bob. You know,
Oh my God! What a throwback that is! Holy
No idea.
shit! I
Yep.
remember that show. Oh
Yep.
my God!
Barely lasted a season.
Yep.
Had all the Christian groups angry that it existed.
Yep.
That was good times back in the day, man.
Absolutely.
Yep. Hornsby and Halo, number 11 on page 42. Did you hear me call out Mission Hill while you were running to find your VHS? By the way.
Yes, I did, and I almost stopped again.
Yep. Bling Blong. All right. Jeff Johns, Hyde Street, issue 11. Yvonne Hayes, Danny Mickey, Brad Anderson, some of the best names in comics right there. And Hyde Street reaches its 11th issue.
Hyde Street's really interesting because it's like every issue is a new story, like a new monster, and it's slowly interweaving with the rest of them. Like
Nice.
it's not a, I guess I wouldn't call it a slow burn. It feels like single issues, but you can tell they're going somewhere.
Okay.
So it's slowly building its world, and every issue of Hyde Street, I'm excited to read because if it's got, I think most of them have had Ivan Rice on it or Ivan Hayes, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, his stuff is just amazing. Still, in his later years, he has not gotten sloppy. Similar to our good friend Jamal. But keep going.
Yep. Fair enough. Page 43 there. For that, 45th issue of I Hate Fairyland by Scotty Young. There on page 44. Congrats on 45 issues of that. Lazarus reaches its 5th issue here. Rise Part 5 of Lazarus Fallen. I believe this will be one of the last Lazarus stories for a while on page 46 there.
Yeah, I think aren't they ending the storyline with this miniseries?
I believe they are.
I think so.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if it's 6 or 12 issues, but
that was there on page 46. And Radiant Black issue 38. Chicago needs a hero. There are gangs on the streets and superpowers in the suburbs, and anyone you meet could be a secret double from a parallel world. Chicago needs a hero, and Jack Marlowe is going to give them one. Radiant Black issue 38, available on page 50, continuing the Radiant Black saga. And let's see, Red Coat issue 16.
So you don't have to stop at all the Ghost Machine ones. I really endorse these books heavily because they're one of the few independent books I read, and every time I read one, I'm like, these are really good. These are really good.
Red Coat's the one that I actually want to catch up on the most, to be honest with you, because I mean, not just the fact that that's John's, but it's Hitch, and I love me some Hitch artwork. So,
this is great Hitch. This is not sloppy Hitch. This is top tier Hitch, that's for sure.
Excellent. And the Rockefeller is just to close out Ghost Machine is another one that I can't wait to read more of, because that is 100% my bag there on page 53. Yep. Tomasi, good times. And I think that will end what we have here for Image, as everything else is mid-storyline.
Just keep going to those collections, and I want to highlight Birthright, book 2, way down at towards the bottom there. Past the compendium for Wolfman, past the compendium for Haunt, and right after Battle Beast.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, we got to throw this one out there. First 6 issues of the Invincible Universe Battle Beast Volume 1. Robert Kirkman, Ryan Ottley returning to the Invincible Universe after a long time away on page 79. I cannot wait to have this on my shelf. All right, let's see. We're going to get down there eventually, but...
Paper Girl is totally skippable. Rent the compendium from your library. I read this. I have the compendium. I just I like the art. I like the writer. Just the story just went like flat halfway through.
I have it all sitting on my shelf, and I've only ever read half of it, so I need to get back to it.
Just to point this out, this is the smaller format.
Yes. Yep, which will be perfect for teens. I'm still annoyed that Amazon Prime series got canceled after one season, because I was really digging the way that they were doing the story on there, and it just never got past the first season. So, oh well.
They must have finished the book. All right, here's what we want to talk about.
All right.
Birthright Deluxe Edition, book 2. So this is a massive one. I'm holding book 1 in my hands. I got this. So I fell in with Birthright. I went to the library a couple years ago and got some independent books, as I want to do when I go to the library.
Yeah.
In Birthright, they had the first 4 volumes, and I think I've read them in 2 days. They were so good. Joshua Williamson, Andre Bresson doing the art, and it's a story of a boy who gets thrown into this fantasy world, and he comes back. And of course, there's some weird timey-wimey shit where he's all of a sudden grown up. So that's the bearded man you see in the front, an original cover. So it's a beautifully, if this is anything like book one, it's a beautifully constructed book. And I held off on getting the trades after I read them. Like I switched to single issue in digital once I read those issues. So I have most of them on my iPad, and I was like, I really want this book because I want to reread it again. I love it so much. And then I saw they were doing a deluxe edition, so I held out for this one. And so I can't wait for that one, book 2. And that will be the entire series, just these 2 25 issue books. There's only 50 issues.
Yeah. Not bad at all. Yeah. And mind you, I'm sure there are some sort of discount you can find on them as well to get them a little bit cheaper than that. So
yeah, I don't think I paid $60 for this one.
DCCS,
that was even on Amazon. I think I waited a couple months.
Nice. Yep. Page 83 there, deluxe edition of Birthright Book 2 hardcover. And we'll finish this out here with the American Hero Compendium Book 2. This collects G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, issues 51 to 78, as well as G.I. Joe Yearbook, issues 2 through 4, and G.I. Joe Special Missions 1 through 15. This is the Larry Hama stuff pre-image. I think if I remember correctly, this is the stuff that came out. Who had the license before? Was it IDW? I think. Raph?
I think that's yes.
Yeah.
Because they had both. They had Transformers and G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Right. And this is actually, I'm sorry, this is even before that. This is the Marvel stuff. I didn't even notice the cover there of the G.I. Joe and Real American Hero Compendium 2. So this is the old stuff right here. So yeah, issue 51 through 78, G.I. Joe Yearbook 2 through 4, and Special Missions 1 through 15. This is going back to the 80s. So,
I was thinking about the upper cover. I thought that looked up very IDW.
Yep, so that's what I thought as well. Yep. So page 86 there for the old school Marvel compendium of G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero.
Have you held one of those in your hands? Have you picked one up?
They are ginormous. Yeah.
They're ginormous, but they're super light.
Yeah.
Because it's newspaper print, like real newsprint.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Super light. Like I wouldn't mind throwing that in my backpack, and I don't think it weighs but a pound. It's nice. And it's like 7 inches thick.
Yep. And these are these also smaller editions of Saga, or like a smaller size? Or are these just reissues with new covers?
Yeah, smaller digest size.
That's what I thought. Okay, cool. Yep. So digest volume 3 of Saga there, available for you on page 9, collecting issues 13 through 18.
I don't know why you want to digest size Saga.
I don't know either, but maybe people like their things smaller.
I guess put it in your pocket. Has F words, but
yeah, exactly.
Put it in your pocket.
Oh God.
So because I don't do that. I have a messenger bag.
Yep.
And this bag, which I carry my comics in to read for Raph's Comic Catch-Up on the Comic Time YouTube page. Like it fits comics. I had to buy. This is like my 3rd bag of this size because I was trying to find a right size.
Nice. I'm gonna go to Dynamite because that's it has its own catalog now. It is now officially with Lunar and not with Diamond, as is the case with many other companies that have jettisoned Diamond. That company that used to be a monopoly and now is barely existing. That one, yeah.
I'm looking at the table of contents and I see nothing here.
Well,
I have one book.
Hey, I definitely have one book, and it's the one that's on the frickin' cover, and we're gonna get there immediately here, and that of course is Dean Summer, Supernatural #1, continuing the Supernatural story by the one and only Greg Pak. So excellent pedigree there on the writer for this here, and it has to be Adair Messias on the artwork there. Get ready to hit the road again with Dean and Sammy as they prowl the highways and byways of small-town America in search of demonic wrongdoing to put right. Set between the 1st and 2nd seasons of the Landmark series.
God, there wasn't enough seasons. We have to tell more fucking stories.
Hey, look. plenty of shit happened that we are not aware of, but it's
That's
good
true.
it's good to at least set it early now, because then you could probably do in between stories for basically every single season if you want to.
You could.
But yeah, this starts it off there, 32 pages. I was a huge Supernatural fan back in the day. I still haven't finished the series. I still have like 5 more seasons to watch at some point. But
So you're a third of the way through.
exactly. Yeah, I know. But Greg Pak is an excellent writer, and I love to see what he does with the world of Supernatural here. And, Castiel is long to come here. It's just Dean and Sammy at this point with their backup. So Supernatural #1 there on page 5. All right. And Disney Villains Maleficent Volume 2. We got a new Maleficent story out of Dynamite. Paulina Gonchow and Theo Stultz. I like the look of the first volume, so cool that this is getting a second one. I guess it must have done well enough, sales-wise to warrant it. So check out further Maleficent stories on page 9.
Who doesn't love
This whole thing is
Maleficent?
like Hanna-Barbera and Disney only.
Yeah, because Dynamite knows how to make money, and that's how you do it, man. Like,
There's one book.
Can I point out?
Oh, sorry, Red Sonja. Sorry,
There's a freaking
and Thundercats.
Thundercats Palmyra story by Ed Brisson. Ed Brisson is working on Thundercats. That is awesome. I love that.
I know people bought The Boys, and I know people bought the Alex Ross stuff years ago.
Yeah.
But I've never met somebody who buys Red Sonja and Vampirella.
They exist, dude. And mind you, Red Sonja has had a whole bunch of Christopher Priest stuff over the past couple of years. So
I read the Gale stuff personally.
Yeah, Gail Simone had a couple of great runs there. Chris Priest has been working on the character for at least the last 2 years.
The Cassidy Legend of Zorro. I read that.
Yes.
Sorry,
and
I'm
Lone
gonna
Ranger.
get called a casualist comic fan because I just insulted Red Sonja. So
No,
This-
that's
and
perfectly fine.
This is mine. This is
Yes.
my good friend Declan Shalvey is continuing his run on Terminator.
Yep.
By doing another series to Terminator Metal #1 in the post-apocalyptic future.
do you
It
think he
follows
writes
Jasmine-
in that voice? Like if it doesn't sound good,
Oh, yeah.
coming out of Arnie's mouth.
Probably he's going to fix it. He's
More
going to
than
edit it
likely.
later. More than likely, he's going to do it in the post-apocalyptic future that follows Judgment Day. The shattered remains of humanity must make use of every tool they can
Okay.
use in their
All right.
existential battle against the machines.
Yeah, we're not going for less than 2 hours.
This is what this is what we have to work with.
Hell
right
yeah.
here. Yeah.
So this is Resistance era Terminator stories, which I think needs to get. I think that's where the best next movie should be.
Is
Oh, yeah.
is like is Resistance era? Is that
The war.
Christian Bale?
Yeah, that would have like honestly, except for a couple of things, that is probably the best post Terminator 2 movie.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
It was the best one of like maybe T3 could argue some things, but I think T3 is a little cheesy.
Yeah.
And like the ones after Salvation, they all are really bad.
I'm really surprised that they didn't follow up on that with something. Like
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
They should have. There was a planned trilogy, and like it's just like, come on, man.
You want to know why they didn't? Oh, good for you.
It's Batman's fault. It's totally Batman's fault.
For those of you younger than 25, just Google Christian Bale onset rant.
Oh my God. And this show has been on long enough where I remember when we broke the story on that and made fun of it. So
Oh, I'm sure Raph did a really long riff on it.
I'm
Or
sure.
three.
Oh yeah, he most definitely
totally did.
Yep. Page 15. Don't you fucking dare. Okay. But page 15 for some Terminator action there. I must say the name of this, not just because Fred Van Lente is writing it, but Dynamite, Blood Red, #1. The ravening undead return to resume their feasting upon the living in the newest blood-curdling chapter of Dynamite's all-star supergroup adventure in the dystopic future, set in Sunset City. And Fred Van Lente is the writer behind that. Marco Finnegan on the artwork chores for the wonderfully named Dynamite Blood Red, #1 on page 17 here. Here's the one that this is a resolicit because it was originally solicited with Diamond, and now it's being resolicited here. We talked about it on the previous previews, but let's talk about it here so that people don't forget about it on page 19. Harley Quinn x Elvira. Amanda Connor and Jimmy Palmiotti with artwork by Amanda Connor and Juan Samu. Like, come on. Like this is gonna be super fun.
They just can't let their cold dead hands off that character, can they?
No, they can't. No, they can't. It's Amanda's favorite. Jimmy has a lot of fun with it too, and I think some of the best Harley Quinn comics that came out over the years were Palmiotti and Connor, quite frankly. So
I'm just messing. I think she does a good job.
Damn right. Yeah, and this is a crossover that's made to happen here. I love Elvira, and Harley Quinn is insane, and I think this will work very well for them both. On page 19, what happens when the clown princess of crime gets bored? Shenanigans, hijinks, grievous bodily harm. The possibilities are endless. Now add in a certain macabre-minded TV host who seems to attract trouble like crypts attract vampires, and the stage is set for the greatest team-up since Frankenstein met his bride. Harley Quinn x Elvira there on page 19. Love the variant cover there by Mark Sparks.
It's like heroin Harley Quinn right there.
Yeah, pretty much. But the interior artwork is just superb. Love me some Amanda Connor. Good times.
I'm going to show this to a friend of mine who's an Elvira fan.
There you go.
Now that's a cover.
Oh, yes, it is. 100%.
If only the book looked that good.
Yep. Yeah, Blue Falcon and Dynamite. Jimmy Palmiotti once again, and Pasquale Quilano bringing us the second issue of the Blue Falcon and Dynamite revival here. Clearly, everyone was asking for it, so they got it. But it's also a variant cover there by Amanda Connor. Once again, shock of shocks right there, page 25. Scroll down a bit more. Space Ghost issue 4. David Paposi continuing his award-winning Space Ghost run here.
I'm sorry, I think it's Pepos or Pepos.
Pepos?
Pepos.
Pamplemousse? Pepos. Page.
All right, go down to what Raph wants to talk about.
DuckTales.
It was Terminator.
Silverhawks.
DuckTales,
I need to
no?
explain to me what the hell this is.
Oh my god.
I don't even know.
What, Silverhawks?
What is
God.
Silverhawks, and why does
Okay.
it look like a Darkhawk?
So the thing about Silverhawks is
Is this an 80s cartoon?
Yes, it is. Take Thundercats and use the cells that were used to make Thundercats and just turn them into Hawks. And that's the cheap ass job that that they did on creating Silverhawks back in the day.
I barely watched Thundercats, and I never watched Silverhawks, so I got nothing for you.
Yeah,
This looks like you would love it, Raph. It looks like Darkhawk.
It does because but no,
There's no
because-
Darkhawk comic, but there's a Silverhawk.
No, because there's no claw.
Yep.
There's no spiky wings. It's just regular wings, and there's no pew pew laser on his chest.
I'm sorry I brought it up.
It's
thank
close
you.
enough. Either way, Silverhawks issue 10, Ed Brisson, available for you on page 35 if you are one of the few people who actually care about Silverhawks. Nothing against the comic. I'm just saying. Declan Shelby continuing his Thundercats run here, by the way, page 21. In this issue, Lion-O returns to the Cat's Lair to reclaim his leadership over the Thundercats. Visibly older and wiser, the now-seasoned ruler carries himself with a new air of authority, something that puts him on a collision course with Apex's mysterious plans. Thundercats number 21 there, Declan Shelby, page 39.
Holy shit, Snarf.
Holy crap, snarf. All right. I think that's it here for Dynamite. That is indeed it. Okay, excellent. Let's mosey over to
Keep it going.
Titan real quick, and then we'll do DC and Marvel.
Killing me, Smalls.
Hey, you signed up.
I know.
You volunteered.
This is what we do, my friend. This is what we do.
Okay, so Titan, they have obviously they have the Conan license after Marvel.
Yes, they do. Yep, and have for quite some time. Yeah.
Blade Runner.
Yeah, Little Nightmares, Descent to Nowhere, Lonnie Nadler, and Dennis Menhier looks like it's going to be pretty good for Halloween as well. This has sold 20 million units worldwide.
The
this
game
franchise. I know.
What is it, like a board game? I've never heard of this.
It's a video game. It's like it's like a horror puzzle type of game, if I remember right. I don't play it, but I know people who have.
Okay, because I've heard of Five Nights at Freddy's. I've heard of Among Us.
Yeah.
It's a side scrolling. It's more like a side scroller classic type of game, but it's just got like a spookier element to it.
Yeah, basically.
So think like Metroid, think like games like that.
You know
that style.
You know what this would make me want a comic book of that I know I will never get, Raph, and you'll probably laugh at me even suggesting it. I would read a Catherine comic. I would do that. I would absolutely.
Yeah, no, it would be great. It would be great, but no one's going to do it. Who's going to do it?
Maybe Titan. Maybe now that I put it out into the ether, somebody will do that.
Was Catherine Atlas?
Yeah, it's an Atlas game. Yeah,
Atlas. When is Atlas ever going to like release the license for that? You know,
maybe they will license it. Atlas has done comics before. It's not like they haven't. You know,
I wouldn't hold my breath though because it's older.
There have been Persona comics, and there was a re-release of Catherine not too long ago for the Switch.
Oh,
I own it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So. Anyway, if you're interested in said Little Nightmares, that's available there for you on page 7. We will go down to what I think is one of the best covers on this entire thing, and it's Shelly Fish. And I know that Murd would be calling this out if he was on this episode. Craniacs, number 1 of 4, based on the hit Craniacs trading card game. Shelly Fish has worked on a whole bunch of Scooby-Doo comics and Looney Tunes comics over the years, and he's made for this, essentially. 2 planets collide, forming one world. 2 distinct skull-face societies split down the middle. One side is wild and Stone Age, named Retrovia, and the other is a systematic and ultra-futuristic named Futera. And that brings together Craniacs. 4-issue mini here, artwork by Joe Simcoe, available on page 12. It looks like a lot of fun. Looks like it would actually. I mean, I love the artwork. Actually, it's kind of badass, really trippy in an '80s way. And here's the Conan stuff. With the Savage Sword of Conan Reforged by Robert E. Howard himself and Roy Thomas. This is a return here. Oversized issue presents the genre-defining tales that helped shape sword and sorcery comics as we know them on page 19. Basically, reprinting and recoloring the old Conan stuff.
You know what's best in life? To cross your pull list.
Who's doing the recolors?
Before you.
Who's doing the recolors? That's a good question. Do they don't actually list it.
Maybe it's Alfredo Alcala?
That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's Alcala. Just because they didn't make that very clear. Yeah.
I didn't know if it's Jose Villarrubia. He seems to recolor stuff and then shit on other colorings on Facebook.
Hey, honestly, what I liked the most about this is that it's not really like digital coloring. It just looks like it's just a brand new color job that fits the artwork. And
yeah, it's like
I'm
flats.
Yeah, I'm all for that. Absolutely.
And if it was on newsprint, it wouldn't be as vivid, and you'd have good set. Yeah.
Yep. 25th issue of the ongoing Conan the Barbarian here on page 22. Jim Zub has been doing a great job on that, and this is the 25th issue. Oversized, 48 pages, $6, available on October 8th.
So you've read this?
I've read a little bit of it. Chris Eberly is gaga over it. He says it's easily the best Conan books that have come out in years.
Okay. Yeah, I've only seen a couple of movies. I read the Jason Aaron stuff. I loved that. And then I tried this Jim Zub stuff coming after that, and it was just, I don't know if maybe it was the art, like that.
Yeah.
That stuff had my mood on, and then I think Patrick Zercher jumped on the Marvel stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know.
You didn't watch the incredible 90s cartoon Conan the Adventurer?
Nope.
Conan the Adventurer.
All I actually remember is that stupid ass song. I remember nothing about the animated.
By Crom! That's all I remember too. But God, what a theme song!
There's a movie I haven't seen, Solomon Kane.
Yep.
Wasn't that Punisher?
I believe so, actually.
I think it was.
If I remember correctly, yeah. And it's
Or
the
no,
trade
was
paperback.
his British lookalike?
Oh,
I think it was
hold
the
on.
British lookalike.
Hold on. Now I gotta look this shit
Sorry,
up.
I'm looking it up.
No, it's fine. Solomon Kane.
I think it was the lookalike, 2009.
2009 film. It is his lookalike, James
Yeah.
Purefoy.
Ah,
Yep.
It is the
Purefoy.
lookalike.
And Max von Sydow. So nothing.
Who was in the original Conan?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Josh Kane in that. Let's see who else. Philip Winchester.
Pete Postlewaite.
Yep. Postlewaite. Yeah. There's a lot of that guys, which kind of makes the best movies sometimes. Like when you just realize, like, oh yeah, I've seen that guy
Acting
in, like,
Grant
tons of
Morrison.
things.
I love Peter Postlewaite.
Solomon Kane, The Serpent Ring. This is the trade paperback. We talked about this when it first came out in singles. Patrick Zerker on the writing and artwork for this. It looked beautiful, and I look forward to seeing it collected. I may actually check this one out. All 4 issues available in this trade paperback, and that is some sexy ass artwork to go along with it. New Neil Adams cover for the Savage Sword of Conan trade paperback.
Is it
volume 3.
new?
New.
Newish.
We could put
It's a sketch.
We could put quotations around.
I don't think
it.
there's any new Neil Adams art coming out.
Well, this is as close to that as we're gonna get on page 32.
I mean, Michael Turner has material coming out regularly.
For those unaware, Neil Adams passed away
yes, we
a couple
know.
years ago.
Yes. Well,
All right. After this book, I got questions.
Yeah,
right.
friend has shown you
Right here, Raph.
Okay.
Raph.
Here we go. Yeah.
All right, dude. I want to know.
Oh,
Working in a comic store for many years,
Yeah.
are there people that actually buy these
Page 36.
nudie covers?
Oh God.
Less than you'd think, more than I'd like.
You know, I still have polybagged. I have not opened it. The Sex Criminals alternate cover that Katie Cook did. The explicit.
I bought them all.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have because that's just fun. But
Oh,
this
yeah.
stuff is less fun. This stuff is just like
Nah, this is not anything that I would want to
like
buy.
I have to
Yeah.
I have to spend like maybe not me necessarily, but someone on staff the night before has to spend like 20 minutes getting a piece of paper to cover them all up individually.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I can wear them.
Yeah.
They're the fucking pain in the ass. Let me tell you.
So don't buy this.
And you
on
buy the
page
book for the
36.
cover, and then you open it up, and it looks nothing like that.
Yeah, of course not. Heat Seeker Exposed is not going to look anything like this when you actually open it
Which
up.
means I'm gonna buy the foil variant then.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised.
A Gun Honey series, issue 3 or 4. Although I do like the fact that the artist is named Ace Continuado.
That's a pen name. It's got to be.
Of course it is. You kidding
All
me?
right.
Yeah.
I got my question answered.
All right, good. And it's been praised by celebrated crime writers Ed Brubaker, Max Allen
Sure.
Collins, and Dwayne Straczynski. They swear they read it for the articles on
They
page
said
37.
well, the
No.
covers sure are nice. That's what
Yeah.
they said.
Yep.
It says the universe, which means they probably read some older Gun Honey,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
didn't have this in it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
the universe, that's like saying, oh, I love the TMNT universe.
Oh,
Does that
yeah,
include the current
there's a-
comics?
There's a
Yeah.
Gun Honey universe, like there's a Blood Moon universe.
Well-
Hey, Zack Snyder's Rebel Noon Nemesis, page 42.
Oh God,
This is-
that's what.
Speaking of universes,
well, okay.
Just let it die.
I continue to say I've yet
Gail
to
Simone.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Gail Simone has had very nice things to say about working with Zack Snyder on this, actually.
I'm sure he's a super nice dude. I would never doubt.
he's not
that.
a bad dude. It's just I don't agree with him at all creatively. That's all.
Just
when
I
he
thought-
showed up on Rick and Morty, it was so great.
okay.
It
What
was.
happened to Gail Simone?
What do you mean what happened to her?
She's better than this.
Oh, stop.
I mean, one of my
Gail-
friends did a cover for this book, so I mean,
Gail is allowed to work on whatever the hell she wants to do, and she's writing some damn good X-Men right now. I actually really like the stuff she's doing
Oh,
over
that's
there.
right. That's right. I forgot she was on X-Men.
Yeah,
my friend Alice did a cover for the first issue of Rebel Moon Nemesis. So.
nice. And look, if you're into,
We're not talking about number 1. We're talking about number 4. Okay.
yeah, and this
Yeah,
is
shit on number 4.
This is issue 4 of 4. This concludes
That's the
the
last
mini
issue.
series. If you like Rebel Moon, then you're probably gonna like Gail Simone writing Rebel Moon. If you don't like Rebel Moon, You're not picking this up. So clearly,
I still haven't watched them, so
I tried watching it, and like I said, I couldn't finish it. But maybe I'll go back to it at some point. But it was a slog, man. It was a real slog. So I'm hoping that the comic books are way better on page 42. And congrats to Gail Simona on a 4-issue mini that I'm sure made her some moolah, and that's what matters, you know. I think that's about it from Titan. I'm gonna go to the manga section actually, and actually before we even get there,
I thought we were called comic timing.
Yes, we are. And guess what? Manga means comics in Japanese.
Ugh.
You son of a bitch. Page 54.
Go back to Heroes Corner #1 where Ian maybe reads some silly ass manga.
Yeah. And I liked it. Page 54, the one and only Dave Dwanch, the loose end trade paperback inspired by classic 90s crime drama movies, and Travis Himmel along with him. Friend of the show, Dave Dwanch. Support him. Buy the trade paperback edition of The Loose End on page 54. All right.
Okay, that looks cool.
Yes, this does actually look really cool. Life is Strange Dust Deluxe Edition. Emma Viacelli and Claudia Leonardi bringing the Life is Strange miniseries to print here. Issues 1 through 4 plus bonus material on page 57 based on the Life is Strange video game.
Yep, another video game adaptation.
Indeed. Artwork looks excellent too on the following pages. Good stuff.
Another video game adaptation. Another video game adaptation.
Yeah, we're moving down. Lenore in Slipcase by Roman Dirge. Any of you Lenore fans, get it to look nice and sexy for you.
All you cool teens hang out in Hot Topic in 1999.
I was gonna say.
Oh yeah. There we go. We get The Sopranos meets True Blood in this supernatural crime thriller.
Hold on.
Yeah. Yes.
There we go. No, I got it.
Right.
I got the post.
Got it. Okay.
I got it down. Okay.
Gran Familia. In a world where superpowered beings are forced to hide from human persecution, the Gran Familia vampire clan controls the criminal underworld with an iron fist. Kenji Hamada is your writer and artist for this. Raph, you'll probably get this reference. This is like Hellsing meets Gunblade, I feel like.
Yes. Actually, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was getting Hellsing from it, but I couldn't quite put the other end of that.
Hellsing and Gungrave, like if you were to combine them into one thing, you would get Gran Familia. 100%.
Also, ruling with an iron fist but no Power Man.
I mean, maybe there's one in volume 2. Who knows? Like
fair.
Yeah. But Kenji Hamada is bringing this to us here on page 68. Artwork looks good. Yeah, it's a cool premise, and it's a volume 1, so easy way to get in the door right there. And I wouldn't be shocked if there's an anime to follow on this because it looks like it's ripe for it. I also have the Raven Dark Hero. One boy's journey from hero to villain will leave you questioning what it means to be a true hero or dark hero, by Tonkie and Akira Mitsuya. They're on page 70. All right, and I think that's going to close it up here for me, unless there's something hiding on the bottom here. I don't think there is. So, yes, there we go. One more. Marvel's Iron Man, the first 60 years. I think they promoted this before, but I always like talking about it. Comic book explores the comic book history of Iron Man, looking in depth at his greatest battles, deadliest enemies, and unlikeliest of allies. It's basically a reference book, but it's a really cool one. So, first 60 years of Iron Man with a cool ass cover there, in hardcover, available for $25, available on October 8th on page 82. Let's head over to DC and
zipping through,
and we got some battles going on this month, man. We got big ass battles going on in DC. Look, Brent, we're talking about DC. It's one of the companies that you know stuff about.
You just sped through the shit while I was trying to pee.
You're damn right we did. Just so you could be back in time for DC and talk about DC KO. Scott
King
Snyder.
Omega.
Yeah. That's what it stands for. That's absolutely what it stands for.
That is what it stands for.
I know.
I saw an article today that says KO doesn't stand for knockout. It stands for King Omega. I'm like, was literally in the video they shot. He said it like 6 times.
You sure it doesn't stand for Kid Omega? Because that would
No, look at the bottom cover with Lobo. It's an AEW crossover. It's DC meeting Kenny Omega.
Oh, that's why. Duh. That's a given. Well, I mean, also
I heard the battle cry.
excellent placement of the Kenny Omega variant, by the way, on something.
Well, actually, that's actually excuse me, that's Hangman Adam Page, the current AEW World Champion.
I screw you. Like, don't. It's this big.
I know, but I ordered. Well, actually,
know.
I wanted to order the Scott Coblish variant, but it's foil, and it's even with discount, it's like $13.
Got it. Yeah,
that's insane. That's insane.
It looked enough like Kenny where I believed you, and now that it's Adam Page, I'm like, yeah, of course it's Adam Page. But anyway, Scott Snyder, Javi Fernandez. This is the new battle book basically for DC. Gotta love that Kobush variant. Like, holy hell,
I wanted it.
I know. Yep. The Heart of Apocalypse has transformed Earth into a hellscape in preparation for the return of Darkseid. That's his name, Darkseid. No, it's Darkseid. The end of the DC Universe is here. Justice League's only chance to defeat Darkseid is to enter a deadly tournament called Mortal Kombat. An epic... You'd think that their Warner Brothers, compatriots here would have been like, "Hey, Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out. Why don't you just have DC versus Mortal Kombat again?" Which is kind of what they're doing here, to be entirely honest with you. So, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. On page 1 here, DCKO.
Real quick,
it's all been leading to this apparently.
I have faith in Joshua Williamson.
Me too.
It's Scott Snyder.
The Coblish cover for Superman Treasury 2025.
Yeah,
amazing. I can name 95% of these characters, by the way, not all of them.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That's really nice. Yeah,
it's one of the 4 that I bought because it's a Superman, and there's the foil one, and then there's the Jurgens one. There's the Jurgens one, and there's Jurgen Bergen, and then.
The one you needed the least, the movie
clearly.
One.
I do want the movie, the other movie poster, the one with everyone's faces on the bottom. That's the one I want to hang up like right here when I, whenever I finally get around to it.
On page 2 here, what do you think they're doing? Doing an homage to? I can't possibly imagine what they're doing here with Justice League, the Omega Actor.
DC Countdown #1.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh that's right.
Yeah.
What a great series that was.
So no, it's Crisis #7.
Yes,
for the audio listeners.
Yep, yes, it is.
Although I don't understand why you're listening to audio.
No, at the
I know.
Oh my god!
Sorry,
man.
Hey,
continue.
Audio listeners, go in the Facebook group and shit on Brent for saying you don't listen to the previous podcast.
Yeah, because guess what? They do.
Throwing some casual podcastism your way.
I want to point out just how much I hate that Flash costume and want it to go away. Like I
kind of don't mind it, honestly. It's different.
It's not.
It's a little too Star Trek for me.
That's not even it. There's too much empty space on it.
It's a better Wally variant than what Ethan Van Sciver and Jeff Johns gave, where they just gave him a full fucking nose and a different color red.
True. But I don't know. It looks like the costume's falling off him. Like it's not my favorite.
Literally, the only red that can keep up with how fast he moves is the stuff on his head and his arms because he's moving his arms so fast.
Exactly.
The color falls away everywhere else. That's why.
Joshua Williamson, Yasmin Putri here on page 2, and the terrific 10 are on a do or die mission in Justice League Unlimited #12 by Mark Waid and Dan
Look at
Mora.
That gorgeous blue man right there.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
It's your boy, along with Harpoon Hand Aquaman and Batman Beyond. And is that Beast Boy on the bottom?
Yeah, that's Gar.
That is Gar. Okay. All right. Damn, this is special. This is special.
So rewarding.
Yep. We are yesterday, very much tying into this, but he is yesterday, and so is Electric Blue. That much is definitely a given. On page 3 there. And then Superman, Man of Apocalypse, Joshua Williamson, and once again, that Dan Mora guy. He's everywhere.
He's shit.
So
He's
what you're
plenty of
saying
time.
is, we knew Dan Mora's drawing Superman.
Yes.
He's on JLU.
Yes.
He's also has Transformers.
Also, yes.
So by 2030, Dan Mora will have disappeared from comics because he burnt
And
out
like
so
a trillion
hard.
covers.
Well,
Yeah.
can I also point out to you how much that main cover by Mora, it looks like Ramita Jr.?
It's giving a little Ramita Jr., yes.
Yeah, like more so
Yeah.
than Mora ever has. But
I see what you mean. His shoulders are very boxy.
they are, yeah. As
But
is the
it's-
face, a little bit more than usual.
It's a little more cleaner than Ramita's wall
yeah.
pencils, though. Yeah.
Definitely, but yeah, this looks like it's great, like it always is. So Williamson, Mora, Superman issue 31 there on page 4. Everything else is basically a tie-in. Mark Waid is writing The Flash with Christopher Cantwell. What the hell? Oh my God! Yes.
It's 1995, and I'm reading Flash by Mark Waid. It's 2025, and I'm reading Flash by Mark Waid.
It's 2007. I'm reading Flash by Mark Waid and Daniel Acuna.
No. Maybe let's not think about that one too much. Quite frankly,
That's okay.
It wasn't
It's okay.
so bad, but it also wasn't great. But Impulse looks like he will be in this issue, so that makes me a happy man.
Is that Spears variant? Is that a Flash TV show trading card?
Yes, it
What
is.
that looks like.
As a matter of fact, it is.
That's Dawson's dad right there.
Yep. Dawson's dad.
That's how I first met him. I didn't watch the original Flash. He was Dawson's dad.
Did you hear they're doing a reunion for the first time, like the full cast?
Oh my God! Way to make me feel really old.
Yeah,
God
I know.
damn! I
Like-
was in middle school when that show started.
20-year reunion or something like that with Dawson.
Oh,
for the last time that
Jesus
show was on.
Christ!
Yeah. John Layman writing Titans there, also on page 5, another KO tie-in.
I've liked that Titans run. Him and Pete Woods and John Layman.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
that was solid.
yeah, and Pete Woods drawing anything makes me happy, but there's this other book that's being advertised here. I don't know why they're
I've
advertising
never
a
seen
Marvel
this book before.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked about it to me.
They've only been jamming it down our throats. So
Dude, my boss mentioned it to me.
yeah.
I hate that it's like one of them is Deadpool Batman and the other one is Batman Deadpool. Like we
Yeah.
couldn't have a this is just an ad. It's not even being solicited. It's
Oh,
just
I
an
know.
ad
I know, because it was
saying,
solicited.
"Hey,
yeah.
this is coming next week."
It was solicited last month. See, in comic shops September. This is the October previews. So.
Okay, skip.
September is when the solicit for the DC one's coming out because it said November.
Guess what? I'm not skipping this. Absolute Evil #1. Al Ewing. That's all I need.
Yes.
Giuseppe Camuncolo and Stefano Nesi here. The emergence of superheroes has caught the attention of the world, and it's certainly caught the attention of the people who run it. Ra's al Ghul, Veronica Cale, Eleanor Thawne, Hector Hammond, and the mysterious Joker, I'm using quotes for any of you audio listeners, have worked at cross purposes until now. But this growing threat requires new ways of thinking and new partnerships. An insidious betrayal from within their ranks is imminent, and if they don't take action, they'll lose control of a planet that was built to be their playground.
So
Absolutely.
my rub with this one is like we've met Ra's al Ghul the most out of all these people. We
Indeed.
just met Hector Hammond. We just met Eleanor Thawne in the most recent issue of Absolute Flash.
Yep.
Veronica Cale. I can't remember if
She's been in Wonder Woman,
She's been
did we meet her?
Yeah, she's been in Wonder Woman. Yeah.
like
Okay.
8 or 9, I want to say.
The Joker and the Batman is supposed to be like the biggest mystery of all. And here I feel like we're going to learn more about these villains in this issue than in their own respective series.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised.
That's just me being a whiny bitch. Keep going.
No, I get it, and what I think will work well enough is that I have a feeling that Absolute Batman will stand on its own either way. So anybody who is skipping this for some reason, when Joker shows up in Absolute Batman, it's still going to have effect.
I think I'm mildly regretting not getting Absolute Green Lantern and Absolute Flash, but we'll see.
Catch up on it when you get a chance, man. I mean, do you have Unlimited? Do you have DC? Sorry, DC Infinite. That is.
I can get it whenever.
If and when you decide to, I'm pretty sure they even have a monthly version of Ultra now. So like it'd be
Oh,
easy
they
enough
do?
to. I think they do.
I was just gonna drop the $100 and be like, okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm 99% certain that there's a monthly version of it now, but you can obviously do research on that on your side as well. But
Speaking of, did you guys get a? Are you guys like premium
yeah,
unlimited members? Did you
yeah.
get a box this year?
Oh, you mean Marvel Unlimited? No,
Yeah.
I dropped premium because it wasn't worth it to me anymore.
I don't think it's worth it to me either because they didn't give me a box this year.
Oh well, yeah. Yeah, no, it's I dropped from premium down to regular because it's not like it gives you any like extra perks outside of the
I
box.
want the action figure.
The only reason I even had it was to attend special panels, and they're not even doing that anymore. So
Well, yeah, but also I want the action figure.
yeah, I'm actually currently selling mine on eBay. So
I want my board.
my yellow Daredevil is currently on eBay. So we'll
Do I
see.
have that?
We'll see what happens.
Absolute
I have
Batman Annual 2025, number 1.
Yes.
Batman versus the Clan. Chop off all their
Oh.
heads.
Daniel
DWJ.
Warren Johnson. Yes, give it to me. Page 8. I want it very badly.
It's just
And James
Right here.
Howren, who did BPRD for the longest time.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
That's going to be pretty cool. Love that cover, too. Batman versus the Clan.
I'm thinking these absolute villains with these helmets, there's got to be something to them. Like, I wonder if it's going to tie to Mad Hatter because Black Mask had a very similar look.
Good
Mhm.
call. Good call. Yeah, that could very well be the case.
And then Mad Hatter's just a layer underneath the Joker somehow, probably, because it seems like the Joker's like this omnipresent villain.
do
Like
we
he's got his hands in everything.
do we think Absolute Catwoman is actually Selena Kyle, or is it going to be somebody else?
I bet you it's not because they
Selena's
didn't want
already
to do
been
a
running
twist.
around, jumping off roofs. I just curious. I guess this is the inverse of the current Catwoman costume because it looks like I can see her shoulders.
Yes.
In the current Catwoman costume, you can see her armpits. That's how you know this is the apocalypse version.
It's the
what
upside down, yeah.
what if Absolute Catwoman? I mean, call me crazy here. What if it's Batman's mom?
Well, crazy, that is a possibility, but I don't see her having the ability to do this.
All right, fair enough.
Because she did reject the helmet the first time around.
That's
Unless
true.
she made some sort of dark bargain to get Bruce safe, and this
Maybe.
was part of it.
Oh, who knows?
Crazy, I'm not so sure.
Snyder, Dragotta, Absolute Batman number 13 on page 9, and then Absolute Wonder Woman issue 13. They're on page 10 as Diana learns more of the myth of the Amazons from Barbara in Gateway City. So that's pretty cool there on page 10.
Cool.
What you think about In the Crosshairs of Ra's al Ghul, Mr. Raph? Absolute Superman number 12, page 11.
But that's not Ra's al Ghul. It is
I know.
Brainiac.
Yes, but I believe it is going to involve both of them. At least I hope so, because otherwise this makes no sense on the top here.
Well, technically, Brainiac is an extension of Ra's Ghul's agenda, so technically he does control Brainiac, so yes, this is technically part of Ra's Ghul's program.
1, you have my stapler. 2, I really hope that this stops now. But page 11, Absolute Superman, issue 12 there. Jason Aaron continues his run. Absolute Flash by Lemire, issue 8 there on page 12.
If you hate the Wally costume, do you hate this Wally costume?
No, I actually dig this one. I weirdly enough, like they're very similar, but like this one I feel like is more apropos to the Flash that we're getting in the Absolute universe, and it's a little bit more streamlined in the right way.
It kind of feels like Kingdom Come style.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that. Yeah, Yep. The origins of Fort Fox and Barry Allen's experiments are finally revealed here in the 8th issue of Absolute Flash on page 12. And then the truth of Absolute Oa gets revealed on Green Lantern issue 7, Absolute Green Lantern, that is, by Al Ewing. They're on page 13. I am so freaking happy that we are getting Tim Drake, Robin.
Hell yeah.
Yep. Written by Matt Fraction, Jorge Jimenez is the 2nd issue of the Batman relaunch here. And it's basically the 1 year later costume of Robin back, for the most part, with a little bit of extra stylized beats here. But yeah, going for more the red, black, and yellow version of Tim Drake's costume. And I love that costume.
I got the Bat Gadget variant.
Nice. Page 14 there. You get to see Robin in action a little bit further there on page 15 as well. All right, down we go. Old enemy stalks Nightwing from the shadows in Nightwing issue 131. As Bloodhaven is changing and a new hero rises under Nightwing's watchful eye, while the mayor vows to wipe out crime and restore order. Dan Waters' run on Nightwing continues here with issue 131, art by Dexter Soy. And right underneath that, we get a Batman Mr. Terrific team up by the one and only Tom Taylor and Mikhail Janin. Also there on page 17.
I can tell it'll be fun.
Yes, thank you very much for that. Somehow that's in your head after seeing it 12 times,
9 times.
All right, fine.
I'm working on number 10.
Okay.
We'll get there. I'm going to beat Superman Returns. It's better than Superman Returns. I have to beat it.
Now available on Plex servers everywhere. All right, moving on.
I do have it, so there too. But I need to go to the theaters.
I absolutely hate the pun on this Catwoman issue 80, and I just have to point it out for that. Stuck in the middle with Mew. No, just no. No.
Where's the Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
I was expecting Pokemon.
Stuck in the middle with Mewtwo, perhaps. I don't know.
Maybe.
We are getting Poison Ivy meets Batman finally. Green Knight versus Dark Knight and Poison Ivy issue 37 by G. Will Wilson with Marcio Takara as well. And the 2025 annual on that same page. Not only do we get G. Will Wilson, we get artwork by the one, the only Fable's own Mark Buckingham. Damn, that's going to be some pretty shit right there. Page 19. I think that's the first non-Fables Buckingham work I've seen in quite some time. I'm trying to remember the last time I saw anything else, honestly. Birds of Prey, issue 26, Kelly Thompson, Sammy Basri. Get the Shadow Army's latest plan for turning into a live-action bloodbath in a bustling Gotham. As the Birds of Prey give new meaning to the word undercover as they head inside a game called The Unreality with an ally they cannot possibly trust at their side. Kelly Thompson continues her run. Sammy Basri on the artwork there. And a bold new beginning for Donovan's Cassandra Cain in Batgirl number 12. Tate Bromble and Takeshi Miyazawa continuing that over there on page 20.
I mean, technically, she was my favorite Bat Family character first.
That's true, but you get Superman, so Donovan gets
right. Because I mean, she's like number 3 on the DC hierarchy for me.
Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. It's like
she number 3?
It's like Chris Nautis gets Connor Hawke. I get Kyle Rayner. You get Superman.
Azrael.
Azrael's Cassina.
Yeah, right.
And Cassandra Cain goes to Dono, and
so Superman, Azrael, Cassandra Cain, Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
Those are my, and the 5th one I guess is, who is my 5? I don't even know who my 5 is. I just know my 4.
Are you even a T-Mobile subscriber? You don't know who your 5 is? That's crazy.
Well,
God.
I know it's a waste. I know I'm wasting the entire slot that doesn't have anyone in it.
Well, this Batgirl issue is also going to have Nissa Al Ghul in it too, so we get the other daughter of Raish running around a little bit there. And the Quiet Man continues his reign of terror in Batman and Robin number 26, while featuring the other Robin.
So
okay, then
this Batman and Robin book with when Philip Kennedy Johnson came on, skyrocketed to the top of my list.
It's pretty damn good, yeah. Yep.
The Joshua Wim and Simone DeMeo stuff was okay, but what Kennedy Johnson's been doing on here has been insanely awesome.
Nice.
What issue did he start on?
I want to say it was like 10.
Yeah.
10 or 11.
Okay, so like volume 2 to now, basically.
Yeah, so like when I think Riley Rossmo started with him on art. Could be wrong.
Okay.
Also,
I just want to know where to pick up the trades. Is my point.
That Tony Daniel cover is better Jim Lee art than what Jim Lee did on Hatush. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that one's not bad.
Yeah.
Even better, this one right here, Batman and Robin, Year 1, number 12.
Hell yeah. Final issue. Wade and Somni's smash hit reaches its conclusion. I cannot wait to own this in hardcover because that's going to be great.
And I love that they're just putting it out in one volume instead of like splitting it into two for no damn reason.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Like my fucking Human Target hardcovers behind me. Two hardcovers.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, happy Batman Day on September 20th.
Woohoo.
Gotta celebrate. That was page 21, by the way, for year one. And now the cover for Batman Superman's World's Finest, issue 44, even though Dan Mora is not doing the interiors anymore, still knocking it out of the park with the covers. I love that cover so much.
I've seen Lucas's Meyer stuff recently. I think I liked it. The regular artist on this book right now is Adrian Gutierrez, who did the Blue Beetle, the last 18 issues or whatever.
Yep.
Graduation Day. He's awesome. I love his stuff. But Lucas Meyer's good too.
Also, that
I think I got the Fornez variant.
I was gonna say I had a feeling you got the Fornez variant just for the Superman logo in the background. Yep.
Well, it's Superman and Batman facing each other. If you flip it over, Batman's right side up or something like that.
Well, Supergirl, Robin team up once again here in Batman Superman World's Finest issue.
And those are some of his best issues too. These little one shots in between arcs.
Yep, absolutely.
Dark Patterns. Come on. Give me Dark Patterns.
All right, fine.
If you're not reading Dark Patterns, you're missing out.
Okay.
So it's Dan Waters, whom I love because he did the most recent Batman Sword of Azrael miniseries. He also did he do the Arkham one? I can't remember. Anyway, Hayden Sherman, who you know from Absolute Wonder Woman, is also doing this book, and he's a phenomenal artist. And I see the mesh and styles now that I recognize that it's the same person. But man, it's amazing, and it's cool because this is a 12-issue miniseries, and there's 4 cases. Like each case is 3 issues long. So if you can only find the first 3 issues, you got a complete story. If you don't like it, you don't have to pick it up.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen them tie together yet. But it's really good. Like this is going to stand next to, like, I love Batman City of Crime because it's just a 12, or I think that was 11 issues, just a Batman story with nothing else. And this is going to be able to stand next to that in terms of just a Batman detective story with, a bunch of little ones in there.
All right. Yeah, I'm down. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah.
All right, you can skip Superman Red and Blue when no one cares about that.
Superman Red and Blue 2025 special number 1, written by Paul Dini, so screw you on that one. Dan Abnett, Michael Walsh, and Rainbow Rowell. Yeah, this is going to be good, man.
That's a beautiful cover.
It's gorgeous.
I'm getting it.
Of course.
There was no doubt.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to throw that out there.
Art by Caitlin Yarsky, Michael Walsh, Sian Tormey, and Moore. And Moore, one of my favorite artists of all time.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Yep. That's available there for you on page 24. Also, talk about a great cover there. Action Comics 1091. That is really good use of light right there. Yep. Superboy story continuing. Mark Waid, Skylar Partridge. They're on page 24 once again.
I think I got the Cho variant.
Nice. And the heartwarming finale of Support and Norton, Ryan North and Mike Norton's Crypto, the Last Dog of Krypton, issue 5 there on page 25.
I'm on issue 2. God damn, what a heartbreaking fucking story, man. It's so rough. I hate it.
He's a good dog. He's a really good dog.
Great dog. It's the inverse of the movie, where like everyone else is a piece of shit to him, and he's just a little guy. He's just a little guy.
Have you read Superman Unlimited issue 1 yet?
Yeah, I've read issues 1 and 2.
Thoughts on the new gold Superman power that drains him of all of his abilities, but makes him impervious to the kryptonite?
Well, you see, Ian, I think this is clearly a tribute to Grant Morrison in DC 1 million.
That's what I said.
The Superman of the future is completely covered in gold, and this is just a precursor to that ability.
Raph put on his glasses
can't be
for
that
this.
Powerful.
It's extra nerded up. He put on his reading glasses.
I love it so much. That was amazing.
Old fucking man.
That is exactly.
Listen. You're not that far behind me.
I know. That's exactly what I said, Raph, when I was talking with Brent in person. So I'm glad you agree.
He doesn't have old man glasses. He's always had glasses.
Hey,
these are my glasses. I
You
just
just
need a new
fooled us for
prescription.
20 years.
I gotta know.
My retina detached, so I need a new
I'm
prescription.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm trying not to be a dick. But
I got enough.
No, it's totally cool.
I got enough old man gray to like bring home the old manness, definitely. Especially when I watch like older videos of me from like 4 years ago, and barely any of this is there, and now it's very, very much pronounced.
Color depositing conditioner.
I'm not doing it because nobody would believe it at this point.
Wait, yeah, seriously. I spend like most of my time on Twitch with like people that are at the most like 6-7 years younger than me. At the least 6-7 years younger than me.
Yeah.
They're all even younger than that. So like I'm so used to the old man shit now.
How about Adventures of Superman Book of L issue 2 here? Philip Kennedy Johnson and Scott Godlewski continuing their story. Superman is trapped in a far-flung future, fighting alongside one of his own descendants from an Earth he doesn't recognize. So this is basically continuing Philip Kennedy Johnson's previous Superman arc, just in its own book, so it doesn't clutter up action or whatnot. So Adventures of Superman Book of L, issue 2 on page 26. You reading Tom King's Wonder Woman, Brent?
So I was enjoying it up until the most recent issue that came out. And he pulled one of his fucking Tom King things again, where the artist does a great job, and Tom King just writes some stupid fucking bullshit.
God damn
Mouse Man this, Mouse Man that, and repeats the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Until Wonder Woman comes in at the last panel, is like, "Hello, I'm Wonder Woman."
So you've basically confirmed two things. One, I will enjoy it.
This is a Tom Kingism.
Oh yeah, I know.
And
I will enjoy it. Most other
what editors letting him do this shit?
Because I will enjoy it. Most other people will enjoy it. You will not, and we will laugh. So that's why. So Wonder Woman number 26, baby.
I just hope it doesn't go on for the whole arc.
It's probably not.
And if this makes fucking Mouse Man happen like he made Kite Man happen, I don't know what I'll do.
Well, how about a Back to the Past for Trinity, Daughter of the Wonder Woman, number 5 here? We're going back in time. Wonder Girl and Dick Grayson, Robin.
No, Jason.
Oh, that is Jason. My bad. Sorry. Yeah.
Jason.
Jason and Lizzie.
So apparently the way to tell the Robins now is Jason is the only one that wore the boy shorts and had bare legs, as Tim Drake and Dick Grayson wore pants.
Right. Yeah, because that makes sense, but whatever. Page 27. Also a completely different Jason Todd original costume being told in like that retelling of his origin later
his
on.
hair's different too.
Yeah, I know. So, all right, whatever works. Page 27 there. Let's see. Mr. Terrific Year 1 reaches its series finale. Yeah, I've heard very positive things about it. So
I read the first 3 issues, I think, and it's really good.
Nice. It's about time we get his origin too, because like we really haven't gotten much of it.
Fun.
Page 29 there. Aquaman continuing. Dark Tide returns. Jeremy Adams and John Timms.
Go up. No one's cares about Aquaman. Who's reading New Gods?
I am not. I should be, but I'm not.
So I was interested in this because it was Rom v. Evan Cagle, and I liked his Swamp Thing stuff. But this, to me, stinks of what he ended up doing on Detective, where it was like way too long, way too drawn out, way too many things going on. And at the end, he tries to pull them all together, at least in Detective. And for me, even though that gave me more Asbats, because Asbats came back in that, I still, at the end of the day, was like, like this could have been 12 issues. So I'm getting the same feeling with this New Guys stuff.
Well, fair enough. I haven't checked it out. I'm maybe once it's all said and done, I'll give it a go. But I do care about Aquaman because Jeremy Adams is doing a damn good job on it, and it's John Timms who worked on Young Justice with Bendis.
Tell me that's not Leonardo right behind him.
Right? I was gonna say
it might be, and you're gonna have to read it and find out. It's actually a ghost pirate, apparently. So maybe it's actually Johnny Depp. Who knows? Aquaman, number 10, The Dark Tide Returns, page 30. Love that cover there for JSA number 12.
I want to know where they found Diego Orletegui, the regular artist of this book.
Yeah.
He's a phenom.
He's doing great. Yeah. How Scott Collins is that cover, by the way? Like it actually reminds me a lot of Collins' run during the Johns Flash era. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Injustice Society victorious? Probably not, but we'll find out soon enough there on page 31. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan's savior or destructor. He could be either one because he's been both. But I do really like what Jeremy Adams is doing in this Green Lantern book, and I'm glad it's continuing here, as we also get the exciting conclusion of the Starbreaker supremacy in Green Lantern Corps issue 9 there on page 32.
I hope everyone realizes how awesome Fernando Persarin is, even after I've been screaming his name for 10 years.
Yep.
He's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Starbreaker Corps versus the Emerald Warriors of Oa in the epic 6-part crossover. Begins in, it already started. Green Lantern number 25.
I know that ad you fell for.
Why are they advertising this shit? God damn it.
I can't wait for the sequel.
Okay.
Starbreaker
Did anybody
Ultimatum.
read Harley Joker Criminal Sanity?
No, I did not.
No.
It was good. It's good.
Okay.
I'm excited about this sequel.
Okay. Kami
I'll
Garcia.
go read that first.
Yeah. Miko, I mean, obviously, if it's a sequel, I'm going to do that.
It's I don't own it. I think I read it from the library, but Kami Garcia wrote the first one. Miko Suyan did half the art, and then I don't think Jason Bowder, I think, is new to this series. Was it Mike? Not Mike Manley. Who's the painted artist?
Oh crap! All right. Well, either way, Miko Soyan and Jason Bedower are working on this here. On page 34, Joker Harley, malicious intent. Not criminal intent, that's Law and Order.
Yeah, and so the idea behind the first one, anyway, is Harley is like a beat reporter, cop type thing.
Okay.
And she's investigating the Joker, so she's not Harley Quinn, per se.
Okay, interesting.
And there's I don't think there's a Batman in this universe either, which makes it more interesting.
Murd was already going to pick this up, and I know he is picking it up because it's W. Maxwell Prince on Superman.
Ice Cream Man.
But the fact that it's also going to have Captain Marvel, Shazam in it, basically just triples that possibility. Issue 3 of Superman: The Kryptonite Spectrum. So my home exploded into a gazillion pieces. Well, I'm a foster child. I've had a bajillion homes. Nicely done there. Page 36.
Don't fall for this one. That's the ad.
I know. This time I realized. Green Lantern Dark continuing. Tape Bromble on the truth of the Lantern revealed as the Elseworlds continue to be Elseworlds, and I am A-okay with that. Andy Diggle's Gotham by Gaslight: A Week for Justice continues as well on that same page.
Yeah, this one will be interesting to read all together because that first Gotham by Gaslight series they did was like half a story.
Yeah.
And it continues into this one, and there was barely any Batman in it. So they shouldn't, but I know the Batman's the title that sells, but
I'm really looking forward to this, honestly. Gotham Academy first year, number 1. Brennan Fletcher, Carl Kerschel, and Becky Cloonan on the writing chores. Marco Ferrari on the artwork. Brings us back to Gotham Academy, and Olive Silverlock has a problem, and it's shaped like Gotham's favorite hero, Batman. He saved her when her mom lost control and got Commissioner Gordon to pawn her off on Bruce Wayne, who promptly shuffled her off to Gotham Academy boarding school with a bunch of awful rich kids, as if she wasn't traumatized enough already. How will Olive navigate her trauma as a new student, and who will share her first kiss with? And why are the existing fans talking so much about maps? So, Gotham Academy first year, number 1, brings us back to the world of Gotham Academy here on page 40, and should be good stuff. All right, and on to the facsimiles. Action Comics 252 gets a facsimile, first appearance of Supergirl.
I got the foil variant.
Nice. Detective Comics.
Yep. What is up with these facsimiles?
Okay, so
These are random facsimiles, and I get that there's a facsimile, but like
Mr.
they
Cassina,
must sell because they keep making them.
That is exactly why they keep making them, because you see, we as comic book
Raph, how do you buy a
nerds-
foil variant of a fucking facsimile, bro? How does that work? Explain that to me.
because he can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Action Comics #1. That's why.
It's the original cover, but with a foil gloss on it.
All right.
the
all right.
the
I thought it was
entire
an alternate
reason
cover.
the entire reason that these facsimiles exist twofold. One, newer newer fans that maybe wanted to read the older stuff but don't have, a subscription service or don't want to do digital. They just want to read the original as it was printed, including ads. So like you're basically getting that exact experience again. Or two, older fans who don't want to pay out the ass for, key titles and still want to say that they have a copy of the story.
More importantly, movie.
Yes, that too. Yep.
The movie tie-ins.
Supergirl, Origin of Clayface, Detective Comics #40. They always have a reason for doing it, like whether it be an anniversary of an event or a new version.
The Batman
coming
ones
out.
are
Right.
for the anniversary.
Absolutely. Enter the House of Mystery. Obviously, it's Halloween, so that makes sense. There's also a new edition of American Vampire coming out for Halloween and a new Mad magazine and all that jazz. But moving further along, we got Absolute Flash Volume 1 of Two Worlds. So if you want to catch up on that, there's the first 6 issues of that.
Oh,
and
I guess I'll get
Green
these
Lantern.
then.
Yep, page 44 and 45. And then further along, some of the new volumes of Superman and Action Comics on page 46. First volume of Aquaman on page 47. And Batman and Robin Year 1 in full, available on page 48. And
Yes.
All 12 issues of that, Wade Somni, available December 16th. Advanced solicit. Yes, please.
I do like how they do a lot of these ones up in hardcover and softcover on the same day. You don't have to wait like 9 months to a year for the softcover anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just choose what you want. Really simple.
Speaking of comic books and movies crossing over and why they do things, the comic book debut of Guy Gardner, available in DC Finest Green Lantern, Earth's Other Green Lantern. DC Finest collections are great, and this is perfect timing for that, obviously. It's 6 5/8 by 10 3/16, so it's smaller, it's soft cover, $40, and you're getting 608 pages. Like that's damn good. And some early Wonder Woman work as well, also being released in DC Finest on page 50 there. And then DC Finest Superman, The Invisible Luthor. The original Superman stories continue. Siegel, Schuster, and others along for the ride as this collects Action Comics 26 through 40, Superman 6 to 11, New York World's Fair Comics #2. Love that they included that. World's Best Comics #1 and World's Finest Comics 2 through 3. And a compact edition of one of Grant Morrison's best comics, We 3.
This one I did like, yeah.
Yeah, I love We 3.
The format's not terrible, but like sometimes it's really hard to read like a heavy word bubbled page. You're just like, oh,
yeah,
so annoying.
For something like We 3, it's going to make perfect sense.
Yeah, it'll be there.
Yeah.
I ordered this.
Yeah, page.
Even though I have We 3.
And of course, Batman, Santa Claus, Silent Night Returns by Jeff Parker.
I read this as it was coming out. It was fun.
Good. Cool. Yeah, available there on page 52.
Okay, have you been reading DC vs. Vampires?
No, I have not.
Oh, so good.
Which part's the best, the DC or the vampires?
The vampires part. I mean, the first one was really good, and this one kind of does the Tom Taylor thing with DCeased, where they bring in Darkseid.
Okay.
But this had a really, I don't think it's over yet, but it had a really, I think there's one more issue, really interesting twist last issue, number 11.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a shot. This is awesome. Batman by Darwin Cook, Absolute Edition. Darwin Cook, Ed Brubaker, Jeff Loeb, obviously artwork by the one and only Darwin Cook. If anything deserves an Absolute Edition, it is this. Damn, like hardcover, 544 pages for $100, but it's oversized and it's just gonna look gorgeous.
Dude, Batman the Spirit, that has not, I don't think that's been collected in forever.
I know.
We read that, and that was a fucking awesome book.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was fantastic. And
I found it the other day.
I think that, I mean, for one thing, it was probably in rights limbo, and clearly they were able to make some sort of agreement to have it be in this Absolute Edition, similar to what when they were putting out the Starman trades, that they had the Hellboy stuff in there between Starman, Hellboy, Batman, that crossover that happened. So yeah, great to see that in there, as well as Catwoman Selena Big Score, first 4 issues of the Catwoman run, Solo number 5. Buy this if you're a Darwin Cook fan. It's going to look amazing. I absolutely love that they're doing this. And then further along there, near the bottom, Batman and Robin: The Animated Adventures by Dini and Templeton. A whole bunch of great animated series adjacent Batman and Robin stories here on page 54.
First appearance of Harley Quinn.
Indeed.
No, is that the new one that they did?
No. This is the older stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely the older stuff. And to close us out, Wonder Woman: Spirit of Truth, Paul Dini, Alex Ross, brand new edition. This is a great story that always deserves to be in print, and it's back in print. So
I just read all those. They had a softcover a couple of years ago, and I bought it and read it. So
nice.
Review on my channel coming soon.
Excellent. Page 55 for that. And that is it for DC. On we go to Marvel, baby, Marvel. All right. And to begin, yeah, so here's the fun confusingness going on. I was talking about this with you, Brent, actually.
Yes.
So this is the Age of Revelation.
So this is the one I've seen all the ads for.
Yes. There are 2 simultaneous Age of Apocalypse style events happening at Marvel. This is the line-wide thing, and then there's Jeff Loeb going back and basically doing his continuation of Age of Apocalypse as if it had a next issue after it.
Scrolling through this.
Yes.
Looks like I don't have to read X-Men for a couple of months.
Possibly the case, yeah.
I'm skipping all of it and waiting for the hardcover.
And is it also taking over Spider-Man for fuck's sake?
We'll get there, but I think there's, I don't think it's taking over many things, to be honest with you.
I think those are miniseries tie-ins. So that's Amazing Spider-Man will still go on,
of course,
and that's just Age of Revelation Spider-Man.
Right. This is Age of Revelations Overture number 1. Jed MacKay, Ryan Stegman. This is the start of it here on page 3. And then there'll be Amazing X-Men by Jed MacKay and Mahmoud Asrar. Great.
Hell yeah.
Great combination there. And that'll be one of the tentpole X-Men books there on page 4. We're also going to get Book of Revelation, again by Jed MacKay, Netho Diaz on the artwork there.
Netho Diaz.
Yeah.
Anybody named Diaz? Paco Diaz was underrated. Netho Diaz is killing it.
I agree.
Great stuff.
Yep. This is basically very apocalyptic going on here, as after the assassination of one of his prized choristers, Revelation welcomes a new mutant to his capital city of Philadelphia. But the capital of Revelation territories hides many dangers, not the least of which are his rival choristers, and Fabian Cortez will allow no one to challenge him for Revelation.
And this is the character that was talking to the tree in Krakoa?
Yes, I believe so. Yep. Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know his code name.
Page 5 there, Unbreakable.
Ramsey?
Yes, that would be the one. Yep, Mr. Ramsey. Yep.
Cypher. His code name is Cypher.
Cypher, you are correct about that. Unbreakable X-Men by Gail Simone. So this is going to be Gail's book in this situation here. Lucas Warnbeck as well. 10 years later.
No, so is it X or is it 10?
X 10 years later, and the Uncanny X-Men have been shattered by
House
loss.
of X, Powers of X, and there was no, it's House of X, Powers of 10, motherfucker. And I'm like, I don't know.
That's literally an X equals 10, dude. So it's not like it's actually in the. I'm not gonna call it the Unbreakable 10 Men. So that's.
X is always an unknown in algebra. So I'm just saying.
That is true, and maybe there'll be some unknown X-Men in this. Who knows?
Who?
But exactly. Gail Simone, Lucas Warnbeck, Unbreakable X-Men will be their title, and it kind of takes further along than where we were. I'm more interested in this, to be honest with you.
All right. Do you get excited about Eve Ewing the way you get excited about her husband Al?
Is that really her? Are they related?
I think so.
Okay.
Husband, brother, who knows?
Eve Ewing's been doing some damn good stuff, quite frankly. So I'm down with it. But Francesco Mortarino on the artwork there. This is obviously going to be Ms. Marvel involved in this, along with Colossus. Whenever Colossus has a beard, he's more.
They're not
badass.
related.
I figured as much.
What?
Yeah, I figured as much because I'm pretty sure I've seen Eve Ewing in real life and very much different than Al Ewing. Mystique and all that jazz involved here with Expatriate X-Men #1. Sometimes people have the last name of Ewing and they aren't related. This just did.
She's married to
I'm
Damon
sorry.
Jones, an associate professor at the Harris School of Public Policy.
I'm
Well, there
sorry.
you go. Okay.
I'm an asshole. David Finch was doing writing and art, and then his wife started writing under her Finch name, and I assumed they were married. And in fact,
That's
they were.
fine. Can we comment on this Wendigo Wolverine here in The Last Wolverine by Saladin Ahmed and Edgar Salazar? That is a damn good design, quite frankly.
I just want to comment on how Martin Colico's art is good and then bad from issue to issue.
I guess it depends on which day of the week.
Not even the issue. It just depends on the panel and the angle. Sometimes the angle he draws Wolverine's helmet or mask is like cool, and then he turns his head, and you're like,
Really?
I don't know.
Page 8 for that one. Laura Kinney is now Sabretooth in this world.
Now that's a cool costume.
That is a damn good costume. Yeah, I kind of hope she keeps this because it's reminiscent of the costume that Wolverine didn't wear. That costume he had with that basically became Sabretooth's costume, like the original design for Wolverine that he basically just decided to never put on. But Laura Kinney, Sabretooth #1, they're on page 9, Erica Schultz, and Rogue Storm.
So this one, I'm wondering, just humor me.
Yes.
Do you think Humberto Ramos missed just drawing half a cover like he did for the Wolverine run?
Oh, yeah.
So he turned in half a cover, and they're like, no, sir, I need the bottom half. Like, damn it. I'm trying to get one over on you.
Or he literally drew both of these separate, and then they were like, that looked really cool as a cover.
Here's a question. All those artists back in the Civil War days where there was only half a cover to draw, did they get the full cover page rate?
It's possible.
Or just half?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sorry.
What I will focus on is that Rogue's back in her red. We haven't seen the red costume from Rogue in quite some time.
This is an incongruent thing. Like back to the fucking cover. Like cover by Humberto Ramos, awesome. Art by Roland Bashi, a great artist, but completely different style.
Oh, I know.
Good luck to everyone who picks up Rogue Storm and expects Humberto Ramos or something like it, and then gets Roland Bashi, who's way looser and more frenetic and energetic.
But how often does that happen in the world of comic books, dude?
All the time.
Exactly. Yeah. Come on, please. Greg Land covers. I rest my case. But page 10 gives you Rogue Storm, kill the goddess, save the world. With Earth's gods gone, only Aurora Monroe, the mutant god of storms, remains. She's a goddess driven by dark magic and grief. Now a storm threatens to freeze the world into a new ice age. You're welcome, Raph. Rogue leads a team of killers and legends. Gateway, Iceman, Phantom X, Spiral, and Warpath. The sole mission of this uncanny X-Force, kill Storm. Okay. Very interesting. And then Deadpool's a zombie. All right, moving on.
Where's my Arthur Studium cover, damn it? According to him, at every con, he invented Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
Very true.
He did. He totally did.
Invented. Sorry. He proclaims himself the artist of Marvel Zombies. I'm like, bitch, you didn't draw the inside.
I'm perfectly okay with him not drawing anything ever again. I wish that Mike McKone had drawn the interiors for this. I miss interior Mike McKone artwork.
And Andrea Sorrentino, is that an AI cover?
Oy vey, I hope not. I hope not. Stephanie Phillips gets the opportunity to work on Binary, and that is exactly what she is doing here. So Binary #1 on page 12, and she's been looking forward to this. She actually If I remember correctly, I think she actually left Phoenix in order to work on this, and there might even be a binary ongoing after this. So do check that out there on page 12.
This is the Phoenix.
Yes, I know that, but there's going to be a binary series after this, is what I'm saying.
All right.
Can we talk about the fact that this is called X-Vengers?
Can we just get out of this fucking event already?
No.
There's like 5 more books, 6,
Look,
7. Oh my God.
First off, this is yet another Mike McCone cover, so cool with that.
Brenda's show, Mike McCone.
Yes, indeed. I am.
Applying that to everybody you like.
Yeah.
I know him.
Yes.
He's his ex-girlfriend was and I used to be classmates in college.
Excellent.
I know him. I know Declan Shalvey. I'm not making that up. I don't throw that up for anyone.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
No, I know, but also like major Exiles vibes on this. Like that's the Mike McCone that we're channeling here with X-Vengers.
And that's also homaging his own Avengers Academy cover, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
So
and when you do that, do you write after myself on the
Yes.
side? Like other people write like after Jim Lee or something?
I hope so. I hope that's what you do. Moonstone is the head of this new team of Avengers. Hawkeye, Vision, Water Widow, Shang-Chi, Variable Man, and Cannonball to protect the planet.
What is up with Hawkeye?
That's Moonstar, Danny Moonstar, not Moonstone.
I was going to say Moonstone,
Yes,
not
you're
pictured
right,
in this cover.
You're right. Danny Moonstar, you're right. My brain said Moonstone even though I read Moonstar, so thank you for clarifying there.
I just for the audio listeners, don't get too confused.
No, I get you. Yep.
Do you think
Page
Hawkeye
13
got
for that.
same thing Spider-Man got that made him grow extra arms?
It's possible, but
Spider-Hawk?
I love the fact
Hawk
that he has
guy.
6 arms. He's a hell of a Hawk guy.
Okay, now this is a cover.
Yes. Sinister's 6. Ay.
Very Guardians.
Very, very, yes. I feel bad for Havoc. Havoc always gets the short end of the stick. And now here he is, I guess under the whim of Mr. Sinister. But Black Cat, Domino, Omega Red, Phantom X, and Venom.
I was going to say another book with Phantom X.
Yeah.
Is there more than one?
He's all over the place. But Omega Red included in there also. Haven't seen him in a while. I like the goatee on Mr. Sinister. That's a design change that happened a little while ago that I dig. Page 14 there. And then Omega Kids with Tony Fleeks. That looks like it's going to basically be the Generation X title there on page 15. We get Cloak and Dagger on page 16. Radioactive Spider-Man. Joe Kelly, Kev Walker. Damn good, team to be around with it. But
that dude's got multiple arms.
yes, X years later, the X virus decimated New York, and Spider-Man won't stop fighting. In a desperate gamble, Peter Parker doses himself with lethal radiation to hold the infection at bay. Survival comes at a cost. While this may not kill Peter Parker, it sure messes him up. Good to know. Good to know that Peter Parker is messed up, because he's always messed up in one way or the other. So, Radioactive Spider-Man there on page 17. Iron and Frost. That's a cool concept right there. Considering that they're, formerly married. But Emma Frost and Iron Man together in a team here on page 18 in one way or the other. Hellfire Club involved as well. Cavey and Scott. Long Shots by Jerry Duggan and Jonathan Hickman. Yes, please.
Yeah, I confess that I can't watch a Mojo anything.
Yeah, why? Because he's too creepy.
I can't read. No, it's just I don't like the concept. I just end up skimming it, or even the X-Men 97 episode. I think I fell asleep in watching it late at night, and I never went back to it. I was like, oh, Mojo, I can skip this one.
It's okay. I like him enough for both of us, because I dig Mojo as a concept, and this is going to have Long Shot in it, so I'll be down with that as well. Page 19, and co-written by Jonathan Hickman, I will once again point out. And then Ryan North, Al Ewing, and Moore give us the World of Revelation. So this is kind of going to be like the catch-all title that gives us like the rest of the universe that aren't really going to have other things to do or side stories inside of that. So page 20 there. Cage 21 is what I'm looking forward to the most this month, because holy crap, the 90s called and they want all of this and more.
Holy synergy, Batman.
Yes. Fantastic Four Gargoyles. Greg Weisman. Not only does Greg Weisman get to write the Fantastic Four, but he's writing the Fantastic Four and Gargoyles. Yes. Damn, this is going to be fun. You're on board, Raph, I assume.
I mean, the Thing just loves to fight.
That's true. And so does Goliath.
Yep. I'm on board. I'm going to wait for the trade, but I am on board.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Page 22 for that. And,
my bill is like $170 something. I'm trying to stay below 150, and I haven't 3 months running, so I got to be like, not getting all the single issues.
The Pac-Man returns to Planet Hulk.
Hell yes.
Yep. Gamma irradiated gladiatorial action on Planet Hulk. As Sakaar returns, we get Sakaar-sun and Worldbreaker, all that in there. Greg Pak, Carlo Pagulian on the artwork chores. Return to Planet Hulk there on page 24.
I'm also waiting for the trade on that. Oh, look! Hey, look! There's that thing that none of us have ever seen before, ever.
Yep. And the solicitation is updated to include more solicitation, because we didn't get enough solicitation. Yeah, it's still happening. We know.
What do you think has more covers? These Batman Deadpool books or the Action Comics and Detective Comics 1000?
Batman Deadpool. Definitely.
Batman Deadpool looks
Batman Deadpool, 100%. Yep. Yeah, because there's a lot more covers that we're getting here. Peach Momoko.
I got that one.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, Peach Momoko drew, Batgirl and Elektra on the same page. Like, damn, that's good.
Peach Momoko, Cassandra Cain Batgirl, and someone in red holding size.
If only her X-Men art was that good.
It's okay. I don't dislike it. I like her covers more, but I don't dislike her X-Men art. It's not distracting.
How about the return of White Tiger? Daniel Jose Older, not younger, and Cynthia Pelayo, along with Moises Hidalgo and more, return the White Tiger to the Marvel Universe. White Tiger just showed up in Daredevil in one form or another, and this is going to be the female version of the White Tiger showing up here on page 31. So we'll see where that goes. Legacy of American Comics' first Latin hero. And JMS returns to Amazing Spider-Man.
And he can see the perfect sky is torn.
Yes, he does. That was good. Every other one.
I thought it was.
Every other one hits, man. That one hits. That's
all right,
pretty good.
So I got to keep the next one to myself because it'll miss. Yes. And then I'll just hit you with the other one.
There you go. Obviously, JMS is back, and he's digging into a very different part of Spider history. Jump back to Peter's college days with Gwen, Harry, MJ, and Flash. But not everything is rosy and happy, as new evil rears its head in a way that's sure to impact Peter's future. Amazing Spider-Man Torn, number 1 of 5, on page 32 there, and JMS returns without any Joe Quesada input. 250 issues of Venom. It happened so fast.
They just started this one.
Yeah, I know, because it's 250 combined issues.
Ugh, I hate this.
Al Ewing and Charles Soule combined on the writing chores with this. Terry Dodson, the Dodsons are doing us some Venom artwork on this. So.
Well,
yeah,
based on who's in the costume.
Mm-hmm. Page 34. And the return of Null. All right. Let's scroll it down to Spider-Man Noir number 1.
Eric Larson.
Yeah. Eric Larson writing Spider-Man.
Comics don't have any new ideas. Man, look at me recycling someone's old idea. Sorry.
Oh, no. It's fine. Well, at the same time, what a shock this is coming out around a time that the Amazon Prime show is going to be, starting up. So, Spider-Man Noir number 1. It will not be Nick Cage, but I'm sure he'll probably be drawn to look a little bit like him. Andrea Briccardo on the artwork chores for that. Nice 5-issue mini here, written by the one and only Eric Larson.
I am now speaking to the spider inside of me. I now control your webs.
This is going to be all the Spirits of Vengeance, by the way, on page 38. So all the Ghost Riders, they can fit into a hat by Sabir Pirzada, 5-issue mini.
Can this be the winner take all of the Ghost Riders? Can we just have one, for fuck's sake? There's so many now.
Hawk.
No, we cannot. Just like we have to have as many Iron Fists as we can fit into a hat. Same can be said for Spirits of Vengeance. So, sorry. Spirits of Violence, number 1 of 5, Sabir Pirzada on page 38. How about Imperial War, Imperial Guardians, written by 2 of the most important cosmic writers Marvel's had, Dan Abnett and Jonathan Hickman, with artwork by Corey Smith.
This is the Marvel event I'm all in on. This the Imperial stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
see. I'm hesitant because like he did the X-Men a solid and had the greatest X-Men run in the last 25 years for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was reading something the other day when he was, I don't know, it was some interview or he was talking to somebody. I don't know, but he's talking about Imperial and they're like, "What's up with Imperial and what happened to X-Men?" He's like, "Well, X-Men went on too long, so I left." And I was like, "Motherfucker, you just left. You just left. You set up this great thing and you just left."
I mean, he's not,
So, So I'm hesitant to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm all in on Imperial. Here's Jonathan Hickman's great idea," and he's just gonna leave when it goes on too long for his taste.
No, it's only 4 issues. This is the last issue being solicited right here.
No, but like the aftermath of it,
Well, and the aftermath will be left up to people like Dan Abnett and anybody else who wants to,
And if it's not anything I'm interested in, then I'll just take these books off of my list and I'll have empty spots.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Meanwhile, Marvel Knights Punisher, number 1, Jimmy Palmiotti and Dan Panosian. I'm in on this. This sounds fantastic.
It looks fantastic. Look at that artwork.
The Dan Panosian book from the Comixology thing with Scott Snyder was awesome. So that's the first time I think I read anything by him.
Page 44, we're basically, this is like anniversary-ing Marvel Knights, and they're doing a damn fine job of it, bringing some of the best creators back to the world of Marvel Knights, and I'm down with this. Page 44. Let's see where this goes. And I love that design for the Punisher. Like, it's just stylized enough, and I like the redesign of the skull. So, good stuff. Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. G. Will Wilson, Al Ewing, and Chris Condon, bringing us with artwork by Kev Walker and others. It's Halloween, and this is their Halloween book essentially, but it's some damn fine creators to put in a nice anthology issue there. So do check that out. 4-issue mini, Marvel Black, White, Blood, and Guts. Undead Iron Fist continues as well. Jason Liu and Fran Gallen. Dance with the Devil while you're dead.
I think that happened in the 50th
funny.
anniversary special.
I think so too. Yeah.
I have it. I haven't read it yet. It's in my, I'll get to it when I'll do an episode of Raph's Comic Catch Up on it.
That is fair. Second issue of the Battle World story that they're doing here, available as well. It's going to be a 5-issue mini by Christos Gage, and Marcus Toe on the artwork. So
teasing the cross-gen universe.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Love that they're doing that.
Look, we summoned it. We summoned Marvel Zombies. Well, and you summoned Greg Land also.
I somehow did, yeah. At least he's not doing the interiors; he's just doing the exteriors. But Ethan Parker, Jan Bazalda, Secret Zombie Wars. Yeah, that sounds cool.
What was not Red Band about the first Marvel Zombies? They were eating people and cutting people's limbs off. Come on.
Well, Marvel Red Band didn't exist back then. Only Max did.
I hate this.
Now,
Max.
Marvel Max, that's what this is essentially. But Benjamin Percy continuing his Punisher Red Band Speaking of Red Band, lock and load. Also, I'm pretty sure this Red Band logo wasn't even on the first issue. I think they just decided to use that moving forward, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong.
I don't remember, to be honest. I got this.
Damn right. Spider-Man 94, issue 2 of 5 here. J.M. DeMatteis and Jim Toe giving us a continuation of the Spider-Man animated series from our youths. The 90s.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes, it is. Yep. That was 100%.
I got the Kane action figure cover.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we weren't going to get an animated series, so this is basically the mini series that's going to do that for us.
I'll take it.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. Kang showing up in Jed McKay's Avengers issue 31 there on
Shouldn't
page
this be
53.
Doctor Doom?
Well, we just
no.
had one World Under Doom, so
You
this
know,
is the
you know, Brent, the comics are allowed to do what the comic do. Just saying. But I'm sure Doom will be in the next issue. But either way, Avengers number 31, the inevitability of Kang.
Speaking of the motherfucker.
Yep. Yeah. Well, that's not Doom. That's actually Kristoff, if I remember correctly. But actually no, it might be a Doom bot, because I think a Doom bot's been running around with the Runaways. But
I think so.
Runaways number 5 of 5. I was happy to get their return in any way, and hopefully there will be more after this. As I love it when Rainbow Rowell writes the Runaways. She does a great job with them.
R. Rainbow Rowell Runaways.
And finally, One World Under Doom number 8 of 9. This shit's almost over. Page 55.
Holy shit! What a long
9 issues. Are you kidding me?
I forgot to order 2 through 6, and I have 7. And I forgot to order 2 through 5, and I had 6 and 7.
Yeah.
1, 6, and 7. So I don't know what to do. I think I'm just gonna get the hardcover.
Talk about something that's going to look damn fine in the hardcover. I said on previous previews, this is the best art Quesada's done in years, and it's Chris Priest. It's a continuation essentially of Chris Priest's Black Panther run, Marvel Knights: The World to Come, Quesada, Priest in. It just looks so good.
Kudos, Joseph Quesadilla.
Indeed. Now, issue 3 of 4 of Uncle Scrooge, Earth's Mightiest Duck. Now, that's what I'm talking about, page 59. And Zdarsky's Captain America run continues. Yeah. I will reserve judgment until I've actually read it. But I love Zdarsky usually. I don't know how I feel about this story from what I've heard about it. So, oh well. Fantastic Four, issue 4, Ryan North and Humberto Ramos. Family Picture Day, essentially. And Alicia's back in the story as well, along with Ben and their extended family. So, looking forward to learning more about that there.
Humberto Ramos get me to read Fantastic Four. Amazing.
Humberto Ramos.
Somebody had to do it, right? I really like Ultimate Black Panther. I'm way behind on it, and I gotta catch up. But I've loved what I've read so far, and the progenitors are going to be in this as well. So bringing in some Hickman-esque storytelling to Ultimate Black Panther here. Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli.
I like this one. It's not my favorite, but I appreciate that Brian Hill and Stefano Caselli are still on it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And I highly appreciate Ultimate Spider-Man number 22 here, The Last Will and Testament of Redacted.
My favorite character, Redacted.
Indeed. Yep. There's going to be a second volume of these books. There's no way in hell they're not going to continue this series.
I don't know.
Yeah. The Ultimate Fantastic Four, we'll find out for sure, but Doom's got a 4 on his chest, so I'm guessing we're getting there one way or the other.
My last comics catch up was the first, what was it? The first 12 issues of Ultimates. Mm-hmm. Solid stuff.
Nice.
I liked it a lot.
I do think we're gonna get whatever happens after this in one form or another, Brent. They're too hot right now, these Ultimate books. I don't think it's gonna end.
I would love to see them continue it, but we'll see. Probably without Hickman.
I'm interested to see what the sales numbers are like on a breakdown. Like, I'm sure Ultimate Spider-Man is the best-selling one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of them are really good, except for Ultimate X-Men. But I know that's probably number 2 because of the Peach Momoko craze. But
Ultimate X-Men.
What happens to this line if Hickman decides to leave? That's basically.
I'm like 99% certain Ultimate X-Men is the hottest seller out of all of them. To be
like
honest,
Denise
I think
Camp
Spider-Man
is killing it on Ultimates.
Yeah,
he is so good. I love him.
Chris Condon and Alessandro Capuccio on Ultimate Wolverine is awesome.
So like,
it's just X-Men. Then I'm like, meh.
I'm gonna do the review tomorrow on the YouTube short, but like, I think X-Men is just it's a different style of storytelling it's more manga.
Oh yeah,
it's not even that. I think X-Men for me, like I'm.
It's not really X-Men.
I never read anything by Peach Momoko before, and I think that's my biggest thing. It's not X-Men at all, which a lot of these characters are mostly the same characters. But I think if it was an art style I was into, I probably would have given it a bigger shot.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like it's a very like Japanese like painting style. It's also the setting is Japan. It's a very, very different story from like pretty much anything Marvel has published in a very long time. Like I would even argue like some of their more like manga-ish inspired work isn't as manga as this was. Oh, because when I read this, I really feel like I should be reading this in like a tankobon format.
Oh, absolutely.
I just feel bad for the guy translating it because he didn't even merit a credit on here.
So it's not even it's
not even like you said.
Yeah,
it's not even translating it. No, he doesn't even get a fucking credit.
Yeah, Zach Davison, uncredited. He is in the credits for the book itself, just not in solicitations. And Zach puts in a lot of effort on this. I know the dude in real life. He deserves every bit of credit that he gets, and I just want to make sure that's out there.
Well, he needs a to stand up for himself because man.
Page 67 for the Ultimate X-Men, number 20 there. And then we do get actual Spider-Man issues this month, so it's not like we're not getting those. Amazing Spider-Man issue 13 by Joe Kelly and Pepe Larraz. Spidey and his Cosmic Friends. And then issue 69, page 69, Amazing Spider-Man issue 14 by Kelly and Romita Jr. Enter the Goblin Slayer.
Do we really need to count down to 1,025 issues earlier, for fuck's sake?
Yes, we apparently do. Yep.
Well, because it's 12 months away then, because it's 2 a month, right?
Exactly. Yep. So we're not too far. Miles returns to his own universe, by the way, in Miles Morales Spider-Man number 39. This is the fallout from Ultimate Incursion.
I've shit on Miles' costumes. I like this costume.
I like this one a lot too. Yeah.
Way better than the hoodie bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah, this one's more superhero-y, and it's like it's a clean redesign.
It is.
I'll say that.
Yeah, most definitely the case. Yeah. Yep. Guggenheim and Sandoval's Spider-Man and Wolverine gets its 6th issue on page 74. I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to be like.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I read the first issue. That's a lot of fun.
Nice.
It's Kari Andrews doing his best, wildest Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld impersonation at the same time.
Nice. Can I point out on page 75, this is something that I never expected to ever see the facsimile treatment, let alone the reprint that they recently did of the amalgam stuff. Like the fact that we're actually having collaboration between Marvel and DC again after all these years is outstanding to me. Spider-Boy number 1, Carl Kessel, the one and only Mike Wieringo, reprinting in full facsimile version, Spider-Boy number 1 on page 75.
So I think there must have been a fight about this name for the longest time.
Oh, absolutely.
And I guess DC was finally like, you know what? Fuck it, you can have it if we can reprint all this old stuff.
Oh yeah. And
definitely. So you had the Spider-Boy series with Dan Slott, and now you're getting. That's why Marvel's reprinting because they must own the trademark with.
Oh, absolutely.
Of Spider-Boy.
No question. Yeah. We're also doing facsimile editions of the original, like as they were originally appeared. They're doing issue by issue of the Lee and Kirby Fantastic Four stuff in facsimile. And we're doing the entire Phoenix Saga, as it was happening. both Rise and Death of the Phoenix. We're up to issue 140 of Uncanny X-Men, Claremont and Byrne.
What the fuck is this? Right here. Stop.
They've been reprinting Civil War in facsimile.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just found my originals too.
Can they not just print out, like, who wants to see the 2006 ads?
I mean, look, some
Britney Spears' worst album. Like,
I will once again point out that there are people out there that would much rather buy the facsimile than dig out their originals or buy the trades, and that's exactly what these facsimiles are for. And they clearly make enough money off of it to make it happen.
Yes,
so
mind-boggling.
Page 77 there. We also have, this is interesting, X-Men The Undertow.
We still haven't gotten to this other Jeff Loeb fucking book.
No, we haven't.
Coming?
I think that might not even be in this solicitation. I'll find out. But after the fall of Krakoa, Lifeguard must decide what the X-Men's dream means to her in a world that seems to be growing more unfriendly to mutants faster than she can adapt to. Meanwhile, it's Beak is in this.
Who the hell is Lifeguard? I don't remember her at all.
Lifeguard's a character that's existed for a while. Lifeguard was a character that was created, I think, during Extreme X-Men, if I remember correctly.
Is she on the cover? Is that the gold girl with the wings?
Yes, that would be the one. Yep, and Juggy, and we've got Ileana there. So X-Men: The Undertow #1. Strange Tales by Jeremy Whitley. Welcome back to Marvel Comics, Jeremy Whitley, friend of the show, Jeremy Whitley. Roll a dice if you dare, as he gets to tell a nice Halloween-y story here involving the Scarlet Witch and a bunch of other witches in there for good measure. Strange Tales reviving that trademark as well for the first time in a while. Issue 1 of 4. Jeremy Whitley and Bailey Underwood. Page 79. And of course, for you, Raph, go nuts. Go nuts.
Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #4, written by Jerry Duggan. Godzilla. Okay, so I've only read the first issue. I think I have the second one in the box waiting for me.
Yeah.
What a great first issue it was. I'll talk about it more on the next comics catch up, but I mean, the ultimate, just the amount of fear he puts into everyone's hearts. The Fantastic Four scared shitless of him. Oh my god, what a fun crossover. So Toho recently said that they would be expanding Godzilla's international appeal because Japan's population is getting older, so they want younger fans. And what a hell of a, between this and then like Legendary Godzilla crossing over in DC. What an amazing time to be a Godzilla fan.
Mm-hmm.
Just watching this nuclear death lizard just obliterate characters that have multi-billion dollar movie franchises tied to them, and he's just clocking them left and right, sending people into orbit, oh my god, I can't talk about that with no spoilers. I won't talk about it. That's for the catch up tomorrow.
All right. Well, either way, page 82 here.
Read it.
Godzilla Destroys the Marvel Universe #4. Jerry Duggan, Javier Garon.
And that covers by friend of the show, Dave Wachter.
There you go. Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool Wolverine. Awesome stuff.
Yep. Deadpool Wolverine, Benjamin Piercy, Joshua Cassara. Apocalypse tomorrow. Not today, tomorrow. And The Death of Silver Surfer, #5 of 5. Greg Pak finishing up his Silver Surfer mini. And will we get a new Silver Surfer out of this? Probably the answer is yes. Because it says so right there. See? Dead, long live Silver Surfer. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Looks like we have the return of the Abomination, an Incredible Hulk #30, Philip Kennedy Johnson and Adam Gorham's Incredible Hulk run, which will be coming to a conclusion soon and being replaced with a new Hulk book, also by Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Yeah.
So, page 85 there.
I couldn't get into that run.
Yeah, not for you.
I tried. I loved Immortal Hulk, and
yeah,
I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Oh, fair enough. This Predator Kills the Marvel Universe cover is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. Page 89 here, like with
That is a great cover.
with the full Weapon X homage, like full. Oh, beautiful.
And it's Lionel Francis Yu, near unrecognizable other than his signature.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
Bob.
That's the
Do it.
cleanest Lionel Francis Yu art I've
It
seen
is.
in 2 decades.
Absolutely. That's the
Bob.
third issue there of Bob, page 89.
Kill me now. Come on, I'm right here.
New Predator movie coming very soon, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to watch that one.
Yep. And Han Solo Hunt for the Falcon, issue 2 of 5, page 91 there, by Rodney Barnes.
Those Star Wars comics were so good, and then now, I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah.
they've been going on for almost a decade now, I want to
Oh,
say.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Let's check out the omnibus here, Excalibur Omnibus Volume 4 with a Salvador LaRocca cover. This is the John Arcudi era, Ben Robb, Larry Hama, Chris Claremont era of Excalibur, aka the one that everyone really just kind of skips over. But
See, what? Excalibur has 4 fucking omnibuses, and I can't get a
Yes.
reprint of anything Azrael, much
No.
less a print collection of anything.
you can't, but you can write your letters to DC Comics, care of, I don't know what their address is, but you can look it up, you can figure it out.
Also, not a single Darkhawk. Well, no, there was a Darkhawk trade. I
there
have
was,
it.
there was.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
you have a Darkhawk has a knockoff in Silverwing, so shut up. There's
Well,
no
then-
Azrael
Listen,
knockoff.
Listen,
I'm sorry.
as a fellow Asriel fan, I am in pain with you. I'm just saying.
Let me point out, actually, Darkhawk is a knockoff of Silverhawks because Silverhawks came first. I'm just saying, but Excalibur Omnibus Volume 4 here, yeah, you can skip this one. To be entirely honest with you, it's not the best Excalibur stuff in general. But if you want to be a completionist, give it a shot. That's entirely up to you. Page 100. They also have some Road to Onslaught X-Men stuff. Hit or miss on that, but it was still a pretty good era, all things considered. And I actually kind of still dig the whole Onslaught reveal and what it came down to in the end. And he had Mark Waid on some of this stuff as well, along with Scott Lobdell, Jeff Loeb, John Ostrander, Peter Milligan. Page 101 for that. Scroll down a little bit further into Daredevil Cold Day in Hell being collected. That's Charles Soule and the return of Steve McNiven on artwork. A very different style for Steve McNiven, but works really
Very
well for the
Miller.
story. Exactly. He's definitely going full Miller on this one. For good reason, because he's working on what's essentially supposed to be the final Daredevil story, kind of like a Daredevil the End type thing. Page 106 for that. And as we go down further, let's just head to some of the other collections. Wade and Waringo Authoritative Action trade paperback. This Wade Waringo run of Fantastic Four is still my favorite. And
My first.
Yep. This
Wow.
collects issues 503 to 512 of that. I was reading Fantastic Four for a long time before this, but this just like eclipsed everything else that I'd read.
The Lee and Kirby Fantastic Four is technically my first. This was my first in single issues.
Got it. Yep. Page 117 for that. And the Epic Collection of Micronauts continues to come out. The original Marvel years, This Battlefield Earth, Bill Mantlo, the one and only Bill Mantlo, with pencils by Gil Kane himself, Butch Geis, Keith Giffen, Steve Ditko, Luke McDonnell. Luminaries of the industry here. And this collects issues 36 through 50 of that original Micronauts run that began in 1979 on page 119.
Podcast
boy.
listeners, I was pointing
Yes.
to my Gil Kane Superman page that I have hanging behind my camera.
Nice. You got that good cane.
Gil Kane.
Page 121. Talk about a not so great era of Avengers being collected in Epic Collection.
Hell yeah.
This is right before Onslaught. We have a listener of the show who has been trying to be a completionist with his Marvel reading, and he just finished The Crossing not too long ago. And the one and only Jamie D still regards this as one of the worst stories Marvel has ever published. And I think he's probably right about that. Yeah, not good, but this is a nice cheap way of getting it in Epic Collection. 528 pages, $60. If you really want to put the money there, you can. Wesley Dodd, our longtime listener, more power to you for powering through this and getting through that era. It is not good comics. Page
I would
121.
argue anything, any Onslaught pre-hero, any Avengers pre-Heroes Reborn is not good for a while.
That's true.
Because my first Avengers comics were in '91,
Mm-hmm.
and they were fighting shit-eating Eternals variants.
Yep.
If I remember right.
You're right about that. Yep. Page 123 gives us Spider-Girl in the modern era. Love me some Spider-Girl. The
Falco.
the comic that remembers that that the Clone Saga existed. And indeed, DeFalco, Pat Olive, Ron Friends, they're along for the ride there on page 123. And that concludes Marvel. So from here, we'll head over to Dark Horse real quick and page through that. There were actually a couple things in Dark Horse that caught my interest this month, so we'll go through that. It's only a 37-page catalog, so not too shabby. But American Caper in particular, what's on the front cover there on page 2 looks really interesting. Dan Houser and Laszlo, along with David Lapham, or Latham as you were on the artwork. It's a new crime fiction saga by these creators. Tale of two totally normal, completely damaged families in a world of corrupt businesses, inept local politicians, bungling criminals, and unfortunate leisure wear. We follow the fortunes of two neighbors on the point of collapse, a Mormon hitman, wow, that's a thing, and a gambling addict lawyer, both intertwined in a real estate deal gone wrong. And we'll see where this story goes from there. Brutal satire that reflects on our current political nightmare.
From the head writer and creative team of GTA.
Indeed. Yep.
I take back my statement about listening to a whole episode of previews because I have to go.
That is perfectly fine, Brent. You are allowed. We call it the graceful Chris Eberly. So
it is almost 11 o'clock, and I haven't seen my wife all day, so I do need to say hello and go to bed.
By all means, we'll probably be done in like 15 minutes anyway. But
I bid you adieu.
Laters.
Please like and subscribe, BK's Bullets.
Yep. Thanks for sticking with us
YouTube channel.
As long as you did, and I think we've learned that he'll probably never be on the previews. But good job. Thanks for sticking with us as long as you could, Brent. Have a good night.
There's a good chance. Have a good one. Bye, guys.
All right, bye.
All right, see you, Brent. And now it's down to the big two.
He took the bait.
Yes, he did.
In our chat, I was like, "Come on, previews! I'll have a great time. It'll be great. It'll be great." Now he's learned his lesson. All right,
he's not built for this. Let's go.
That's page 2 there for American Caper. As we move forward, "Devil on My Shoulder" by Kyle Starks and Piotr Kowalski. Something terrible has happened. For 40 days, she was tortured by 5 men and left for dead. But she will get her revenge on each and every one of them, and it will be bloody. An event that takes her on a strange and violent supernatural path of payback through bizarre encounters with ex-hitmen, sadistic art enthusiasts, and literal devils. 4-issue mini here, coming out at the right time of year on page 6, Devil on My Shoulder. All right, new Hellboy and BPRD story, Ghost Ships of Labrador, by Mike Mignola himself, and co-writer Rob Williams, with artwork by Lawrence Campbell. Not Robbie Williams, that's a singer.
Yes, very different.
Page 9. Really looking forward to Space Scouts. Matt Kint, great writer. Ooh. David Rubin, great artist.
Yes.
Brand new sci-fi action adventure odyssey by Ethers Matt Kint and David Rubin. A young girl heads to the center of the universe to compete in a reality show to become the next Space Scout. What starts as a teenage drama turns into deadly war at the edge of the universe as the winning in quotations, recruits are sent into a clandestine interminable battle that they most likely won't survive. Sounds like my type of sci-fi romp right here.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm
excited
Space
for this.
Odyssey. Yep.
Cover by Sergio Aragones.
Indeed. And each issue features special bonus material. Page 11 for that. Ooh, look at that artwork. Nice stuff. Nice stuff indeed. All right. Further along, issue 4 of Archie versus Minor Threats. Patton Oswalt continuing that crossover that we never saw coming. And the second issue of Minor Threats, The Last Devil Left Alive, on that same issue, page 15 there of the Dark Horse catalog. And the new Dungeons and Dragons series by Greg Pak. Greg Pak all over the catalog this month.
Yeah, he is.
Yep. The Fallback series. Number 2. Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. Number 2 there.
I'm whiffing because it's only 4 issues.
No, fair enough. The series 1 threw me, and then I was like, oh, yeah, there's a number 2 at the end of that.
I think we
talk about this.
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah. The last time around, page 16. All right. Everything else is kind of mid-series with Dark Horse this month, so not really much else to discuss. We'll mention Christmas 365 by Mikey Way, not Mikey Day. That's someone very different. And Jonathan Rivera on the writing chores, and Piotr Kowalski once again on the artwork. This is a bizarre holiday comic where the holidays weren't always so tough for Peter Rockwell and his family. Rockwell's, lol. But a tragic and challenging year finds them stressed out and drifting apart when they should be pulling together. After accepting the wisdom of a Santa Claus at his local mall, Peter hatches a plan to give his family the best year ever, one Christmas at a time. This collects all 4 issues of Christmas 365 into one trade paperback on page 27.
Madman Omnibus.
Indeed. Volume 2 of the Madman Omnibus by Mike Allred himself. Almost 600 pages of Madman, all in one collection here. And this is going to be a 6-volume omnibus in general. So this is the second of said omnibus collections. 4 more to come after this on page 29. Oh. The Shaolin Cowboy, beginning in the end results. 21 years of blood, sweat, and chainsaws. Jeff Darrow, Dave Stewart. 21 years since Shaolin Cowboy came out. And this is a brand new Shaolin Cowboy story to celebrate that anniversary. So, hard to believe it's been that long, but new Shaolin Cowboy stuff for Mr. Darrow and Stewart for you on page 30. All right, and any manga in here? Nope, everything is ongoing. So
I have, for the rest of the catalog, I have 2 things from IDW and 1 from Kodansha.
All right, cool. We're gonna do IDW. We're gonna do Boom, and then we're gonna do like a lightning round through the Lunar catalog just to touch on like 2 things.
I only have those 3 things, so I'm absolutely done after those 3 things.
Awesome, sounds good. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. I wonder if this was one of the things, perhaps?
It actually wasn't, but I did pick it up, but there was something else I wanted to talk about a little bit more.
Okay, well, let's touch on this real quick here.
Yeah.
New Tales of the TMNT based on the newest animated series. When Donatello is invited to a prestigious robotics camp for genius kids, he's excited to rebuild Metalhead and compete for the camp's prize for Best Robot. But when the competition goes haywire, Donnie is forced to wonder who really invited him and what do they want with Metalhead. Yep. Mikey Levitt and Louis Joyce are your writer and artist for this on page 2 of the IDW catalog.
I do love these
Ninja Turtles #1.
I did love the movie, and I hope these guys. I didn't finish the cartoon yet, but I hope there's more with them.
Yeah,
that's like the current gen.
I hope so too. I think we'll get there. Quite frankly, I think we're gonna get a second movie. I think it might even be already being made, if I remember correctly. So that would not surprise me at all.
I'm not sure, but I sure hope so.
I know the first movie did really well, which is why they made that animated series in the first place.
Yeah.
The Ninja Turtles Annual for 2025 by Kenny Porter and Michael Shelfer and Maria Keene. So if you want an extra Ninja Turtles story this month, you can get that there on page 3.
This is one of the things I wanted to talk about.
Go right ahead.
I wasn't here last. I was here last month. TMNT Journeys. This is number 2. Number 1 was listed last month. This is reprinting the fan favorite Volume 4 series from the Mirage Studios. Michelangelo was separated from his brothers during their battle with the Manhattan militia, and he's been picked up by a mysterious flying ambulance that's going to take him somewhere new with old faces ready to meet him. Back in the sewers, Leo, Donnie, and Casey head out to investigate an abandoned armored van they found nearby and find horrifying mysteries in. All this while some sinister activity orbits the Earth on the moon. So this is like, I want to say this is before the Image run.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe this is after.
I would think it's before the, yeah, no, it has to be, yeah.
Because it's either the last Mirage run before Image, or it's that brief run in 2007 before they sold to Nickelodeon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. If I remember correctly,
it is that one.
Yeah,
I have those issues, but I've never finished reading the series, so this is a great opportunity to pick that up.
Yeah,
because that was the first time that like Eastman and Laird kind of like even. No, I don't think Eastman's involved. I think it's just Laird.
It's just Laird, yeah.
Either way, it's like the first time Laird's picked up anything on Ninja Turtles in like 10, 15 years at that point.
And because of the sale, like there really aren't a lot of copies out there of this. Like it kind of
Mirage.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a limited edition reprint of the first like 20. It's an omnibus of the first 20 issues of Volume 1, and it's from Mirage, and it immediately went out of print as soon as the sale went down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like, that's a collectible.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit because why would I ever sell anything Ninja Turtles? I would never do that.
Clearly. Well, this is, it's like you said, back in print, TMNT Journeys number 2, available there on page 5. And we reached the 30th issue of Eric Burnham's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures. So here's the 30 issues of that there on page 6. And the IDW collection, volume 8 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Speaking of Mr. Eastman, definitely involved with it there, along with Tom Waltz, Dustin Weaver, Ben Bates, and others. This collects issues 1 through 8, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issues 65 and 66 as well on page 7. And here's that book that even you weren't going to wind up picking up, now available in trade.
Believe it!
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Naruto. And it has a direct market exclusive edition on page 9, so go figure.
Believe it!
Yeah, believe it that Raph skipped the TMNT book, so go figure.
Yeah, I'm not going to listen, I don't get every TMNT book, okay?
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't get every TMNT figure. I only collect Raphs for reasons that are unknown to anyone, even myself.
Can we talk about this right here on page 11? Return to Sleepy Hollow. Casey Gilly, Savannah Mayer continue Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow. Like, talk about something I was not expecting.
Oh yeah, this was completely unexpected.
Yeah. Ichabod Crane is a man of science, and despite his indisputable brush with the supernatural, has built a name for himself debunking claims of the occult. However, when he receives a frantic letter urging him to return to Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod must reunite with his now estranged love to investigate a string of strange, unexplainable murders. And this is exactly what this story will entail. Casey Gilly and Savannah Mayer bring you Return to Sleepy Hollow on page 11.
Art's tremendous.
Yeah, damn fine artwork. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I'm not really that familiar with Savannah Mayer, but I will be after this. Holy crap.
Whiffting.
Indeed. Good thing to whiffed on. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. I just love that title. Rite of Spring. Patrick Horvath, page 16 there. 4th issue of that. We get the 2nd issue of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, The Seeds of Salvation. Robbie Thomas and Travis Mercer. I am behind, so I need to catch up on my Strange New Worlds watching. I think I've only watched the first. You know what? The zombie one was the last one I watched.
That was like 2 or 3, I think.
I think that was
3.
yeah.
Because
No,
2 was the wedding.
no, wasn't
Or
it?
was it 4?
It might have been 4 actually, because I was waiting for my car to get out of the dealer, and I was so bored I brought an iPad with me and watched the episode on the iPad. So that it was either issue 3 or 4. I mean episode 3 or 4. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't remember.
Yep.
This is what I wanted to talk about.
Yes, we mentioned issue 1 when it came out 2 months ago, if I remember correctly. Because I don't think
Was it 2 months ago?
I don't think it was in last month's solicit, so I think they might be doing it in every other month, but I could be wrong.
Okay, because like revisiting Voyager at this point, especially like I think this is the 30th anniversary or maybe the 31st anniversary of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Good call. I mean, a lot of people have come to love Voyager now, even though it wasn't very popular at the time when it came out.
Yep.
I mean, I was experiencing Star Trek burnout by the time Voyager was out, and like I didn't even I didn't finish I finished Voyager just barely, and I didn't watch every episode, and I didn't even bother to watch Enterprise.
It also had the UPN effect, unfortunately. Like the fact that all the other Star Trek shows had been on a version of like the WB in one form or another, whether it be in syndication on PIX here in New York or their sister stations, and then Voyager being off on UPN, which didn't have nearly as wide a reach as well. Some people might have just missed Voyager because of that.
That's very true.
Yeah,
but it's nice to see Voyager get a revisit, because as much Prodigy's on hiatus, probably canceled.
Yeah,
and the Star Trek's future is very uncertain right now because of that acquisition.
Yeah,
we'll see.
They seem to be focusing more on new movies than they are on TV, at least from the new company. But we'll see what happens.
Sucks because look, I'm not saying I don't want Star Trek movies, but I want 3 Star Trek shows a year.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I agree with you.
One pre TNG, one post TNG, and one in the future. That's fine. I'm happy.
Yeah. Well, that's on page 19 there. I will be reading Star Trek Red Shirts when it's fully collected. Christopher Cantwell. It's Red Shirts. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I want to mention, and I don't know if you saw this, Raph, but Lower Decks won a Hugo. Lower Decks, the series, not the comic book, but Lower Decks, the series, is the first Star Trek series to win a Hugo in 30 years.
Lower Decks. Lower Decks.
Well earned. Yeah.
Now, give me like $100 trillion so I can buy Skydance and just say, hey,
yeah, right.
Mike McMahon, you do Lower Decks as long as you want.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Long as you want.
Absolutely. Yep. Well, page 21 here gives us Lower Decks issue 12. Tim Sheridan, Philip Murphy. So we've now had a full year of Lower Decks comics. So well done.
Oh, I bought the Star Trek 4 homage cover.
Nice. Yeah, that is beautiful.
I love it so much.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's beautiful, man.
We also get volume 5 of Star Trek Defiant by Christopher Cantwell and Angel Unzueta. They're on page 22 if you want to have that in full collected form. Godzilla issue 3 in the Kaisei era. I know we talked about that when it launched, and this is the 3rd issue of that. There on page 24 by Tim Seeley.
I can't wait to check. I have the first issue waiting, but I can't read.
Oh yeah.
I only read enough. Well, I really shouldn't do it, but I should read more. But I only read enough to do for the video.
How about this? Godzilla versus America reaches Kansas City, and we get Freddie E. Williams II on story and artwork with Buster Moody, Kyle Stram, and Jake Smith. Damn.
And I got the Freddie cover.
Of course you did. Yep. Friend of the show, Freddie Williams. There's still a lost to time and hard drive interview I did with him at New York Comic Con back in the day that I don't think ever actually saw release because it got lost. But this is Godzilla versus America, Kansas City. Looks like it's going to be the best of the bunch so far.
Soon to be TMNT regular artist.
Holy crap! Wow, damn.
Right.
With Aaron on writing.
I think so. Yeah.
Nice.
So he is living like our dream, me and his mutual dream.
Absolutely. If he's at New York Comic Con, I hope I get a couple.
I'm gonna hunt him down.
Yep, page 27 for that. Street Sharks. I mentioned last month. We finally get a freaking Street Sharks series because we were all asking for it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy it's there. I'm happy it's there. You know what we need next? Mighty Ducks.
Quack. Well, actually, no. We need Samurai Pizza Cats.
That's happened actually. I think.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, I think there was a Samurai Pizza Cats.
What
comic.
4-word Ninja Turtles spoof do we need then?
Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. No.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is I think the one thing that hasn't made it since VR Troopers is now a thing. But yeah, page 29 there for the second issue of Street Sharks. If you're looking.
Virtual reality.
Yep. And let's see, a whole bunch of Monster High stuff here that I can skip. Sonic stuff we can skip. Frankenstein Alive, the complete collection by Steve Niles. This. Indeed, yep. This is back in print again, just in time for Halloween. This is inspired by Mary Shelley's original Frankenstein tale. Victor Frankenstein's cobbled together creature continues his adventures, embarking on a journey to discover his own humanity. Collecting the 4-issue series along with an extended gallery section of layouts and pencils by Wrightson, Bernie Wrightson, that is. I mean, the man. And a final chapter supplied by the one and only Kelly Jones at Wrightson's request, who stepped in to complete the series upon the comic book legend's untimely passing. So, great historical
art's gorgeous too.
Yeah, it's wonderful stuff. Wrightson passed very unexpectedly, and I'm glad that they were able to finish this in one form or another. But Frankenstein Alive, the complete collection on page 35, and then some interiors there on page 36.
I remember flipping through it at Midtown, and way back when it was originally in print, and what a gorgeous book. Gorgeous book.
Meanwhile, on page 37 there, Joe Hill's Dying is Easy. You know, Joe Hill, the man who made himself entirely on his own and in no way has a famous father that gave him a horror background in any way, shape, or form. But nope. Stephen King. Either way, I remember it's getting late, folks. Dying is easy. Either way, collected here. It also gets a new 11-page Sid Holmes mystery. Along with this particular edition of it, available for you there on page 37. And The Wind in the Willows, with illustrations by the one and only David Peterson of Mouse Guard fame. That is awesome that this is coming out, and good for David for scoring this, as it very much works with his art style. So, Wind in the Willows, with illustrations by the one and only David Peterson on page 38. All right, and I think that's...
Mm-hmm. I think that's
about it for... Oh, well, you know what? Let's see. Anything under Alien? Because
it's all number 2.
It's all number 2. Then we are good to go. And head over to Boom for 2 seconds. Because I don't think there's probably much there, as it is the smallest file size of anything that I downloaded this month. So I have a feeling there's not a lot. Marion Heretic. Teenie Howard. Love me some Teenie Howard. Joe Jarrow on the illustrations there as well. And this one is a bold new series where divine conviction meets dark compromise. Sister Marion is a witch hunter, a mother superior, and a heretic. Guided by a goddess the church refuses to acknowledge. When the Holy Father brands her order blasphemous, Marion strikes a dark bargain to become their personal enforcer. I could easily see this becoming a sci-fi series in like 2 years, just from premise alone. But Marion Heretic there by Teenie Howard, first issue available for you there on page 1. And damn, that is not the artwork I was expecting.
Yeah.
Wow,
Really
Joe
cool.
Joe Jarrow bringing some very anime-inspired shit right there.
Very dynamic. Lots of, you can feel that movement.
Yep.
And as Bird would say, another Halloween book.
Yes, indeed. Yep. Well, at least it's October this time.
Very true.
Yep. October 22nd. This comes out. Hello Halloween. It's an anthology style one shot. R.L. Stine, Robert Hack, Megan Hutchinson, Sean Patrick Boyd. It's Halloween. Hello Halloween. Available on page 6. They're allowed. They're allowed.
Yeah, it's fine.
A literal book called Mary Sue on page 8. Despite what her mom thinks, Cassie has lots of friends. They just all happen to be online where she can talk to them about her beloved favorite show, Riverview, and get their feedback on her fanfic, WIP, starring Jessica, her very own hot vampire original character. But her fic writing persona is revealed to the entire school when her former best friends find it and can't resist reading some of it out loud to their classmates. Cassie thinks things can't get more humiliating until her very own Mary Sue pops right out of her fic to save the day, or make it much, much worse.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Oh my
We've all
god!
been there.
You know, I still get comments every now and then on my Batman Beyond fanfic. That's on.
Yes, the
on
Jason
that.
Todd one.
Yeah, the Jason Todd one. Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
there.
I remember that one.
Never finished that shit. Never will.
I don't even know where my stuff is. Actually, I went, so I have that old hard drive.
Yeah.
No Geeks Unite on it. Not a handful of old comic timings.
Okay.
And a lot of my old work, actually,
Okay.
including like college presentations from freshman year,
Whoa.
which I was not expecting. So there might be
Man.
some writing in there, but not. I didn't see Geeks Unite.
That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well, Mary Sue #1, Megan Fitzmartin, Lisa Sterl, available there on page 8. I am very interested in that. Brent would be mentioning Something is Killing the Children. A monster hunter walks into a bar as he just caught up on Something is Killing the Children, read about 7 volumes of it, and talked about it on our last episode. But that's available there to you there on page 10. On the 44th issue of said Something is Killing the Children. Something is Killing the Children. On page 12 there. Cinna Grace and others bring us a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Halloween special, because that's what we needed, but we kind of did at the same time. It should be fun. It should be good.
Go candy grabbers.
Cinna Grace also doing some of the artwork on this one.
Yeah,
double duty there. Page 14. VR Troopers, as stated, its 3rd issue there on page 16. And we're up to Power Rangers Prime issue 11 there. I'm pretty sure they drew Batista onto that cover, but I'm not entirely sure. But that sure as hell does look like him.
Arise, Power Rangers Prime. You got the touch!
Oh, dear Lord. All right. Anything else here in Boom? Most things look like they're mid-storyline. Labyrinth, the graphic novel, available for you on page 28. That collects all 8 issues of the Labyrinth retelling in graphic novel form.
You know, I've watched both Labyrinth and Dark Crystal, but every time I hear Labyrinth, I want to immediately go, Gelfling! And I know it's wrong.
I know.
Just like it's such an instinctual thing for me.
Well, to me, I just think of the baby.
The baby. That's so true.
Bring me the baby.
The baby.
It reminds me of the babe. What babe? The babe. All right. Okay. All right. Lumberjanes book 2. Shannon Waters. Lumberjanes is a cult classic at this point. This collects issues 13 through 24 of N.D. Stevenson and Shannon Waters' long luminary Lumberjanes on page 32. Intentionally a lot of L's there. And Red Before Black, Stephanie Phillips and Goran Sudzuka, 6-issue mini collected in full there. And I will call it, oh wow, you know what, one more. Remember this?
Oh, your favorite character.
Page 37. We did a review corner on this back in the day. We did a review corner on the Traveler. This is also what Mark Waid came on Comic Timing to get interviewed about. The one time we've had Mark Waid on the show,
my god,
outside of a con, was to talk about Stan Lee's The Traveler. And Stan Lee, Mark Waid, and Tom Pyre, illustrated by Chad Hardin. It's actually really good. Like, I don't know if it would hold up on reread, but I remember really enjoying The Traveler when I read it initially. And this is all 12 issues of said Traveler. Initial concept by Stan Lee, execution by Mark Waid and Tom Pyre. And yeah, glad to see it back in print. This is first time this has been back in print probably since it came out.
Time.
Yep.
Boy, Peter. You miss service.
That's Jewish Traveler. That's
right.
Okay.
That's
somebody,
right.
That's somebody very, very different. But yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Check that out either way.
Also created by Stan Lee.
Yes. Definitely. God. Go into the Comic Timing archives though and listen to the Mark Waid interview. That was
that was a good one.
Me, Brent, and Mark, and we had a really great time. We didn't just talk about that; we talked about a bunch of his Marvel and DC stuff at the time as well. So it was good times indeed. All right, let's get the Lunar Catalog for like 3 seconds here, and then we'll go ahead and call
like I said,
this.
one in Kodansha.
All right, excellent. You got one in Kodansha. Well, you know what? Before we get there, I just want to make sure that we mention our friends. At a Blaze. So, and actually, this is something I meant to mention. Page 10 here of the Lunar Catalog, My Life in 24 Frames Per Second, written and illustrated by Rintaro. This is an autobiography in manga form by legendary anime director Rintaro, fully illustrated, and with a foreword by director Katsuhiro Otomo of Akira fame. Inspiring memoir spans from post-war childhood, directorial debut, subsequent hit franchises, into the present day. Grand prize winner of the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize. Read this. If you're a manga or anime guy in any way, shape, or form, this is going to be for you 100%. My Life in 24 Frames Per Second, available on page 10 of the Lunar Catalog. Yeah, that's that. I'm glad I remembered to check that one out because that's going to be great. All right, let's scroll this sucker down into a Blaze real quick, which is taking longer than I thought because there are a lot of solicitations this month. Oh yeah, right.
Books.
Here we go. Ahoy first. That's what I meant to say. I kept saying Blaze, but I meant Ahoy. Toxic Crusader issue 2. Matt Bors and Tristan Wright. The Toxic Avenger stuff is doing really well for Ahoy, and this is the second issue of the ongoing here on page 42. We also get Toxic Avenger Comics number 4 by Matt Bors and Fred Harper and Erica Henderson, available for you there on page 43. I am so glad this is coming out. I gotta get Mark Russell on the show at some point because his writing mind is just so my bag, and a horror one shot on Thanksgiving. We've gotten Thanksgiving horror movies now, thanks to the realization of that trailer that then became an actual movie.
I watched it.
Yeah, which was fantastic, actually. It was like stupid fun.
It was.
Yep. This is an intense, timely one-shot. Thanksgiving, a day when American families come together until a strain inevitably tears them apart. But for one family, the cruel and deadly secret of the turkey neck killer binds them together in the saddest, most shameful way possible. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
That sounds amazing.
Oh my god! And Morissette on the interior art for this. Yes, it's a one shot worth checking out on page 44. Also, want to say Lunar has done a really good job with their treatments on these solicitations. Like they're giving more freedom to the individual. At least from the looks of it, to the individual companies, and allowing them to like maybe give it a little bit of their own flair.
As opposed to generic Diamond Catalog.
exactly.
page. Yeah.
Yep, definitely. So, and Toxie Team Up number 5 on page 49 as well. This time we get Matt Boers and Ben Clarkson as a Toxic Avenger touches back down to Earth and the dangerous future of the Justice Warriors. Toxic Avenger Justice Warriors, page 49 for that. And of course, an Archie Halloween Spectacular available there as well on page 52. What a absolute freaking shock at that. All right. You said you had Kodansha, right?
Yeah. I didn't see Kodansha on the list, but
I think Kodansha is. Oh, is Kodansha with another company? I'm not entirely sure. Well, you know what? If you want to read it off, by all means, if you have it on you.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay.
It's Penguin Random House.
It is Penguin Random House. Okay, that's what I figured.
But the book is called Before You Go Extinct.
Mm-hmm.
It's written by Takashi Ushiroyato and art by Kanato Abiko.
Okay.
A darkly comic look at the meaning and meaninglessness of life through the eyes of various adorable and occasionally psychopathic species facing extinction. A Bumble Rock is at the center of this transmigratory tale of 2 souls who take the form of penguins, otters, crows, and more as they learn about the value of culture, the beauty of play in the face of capitalist pressure to produce and reproduce, and the power of love in the face of total annihilation. And the cover just has this gigantic penguin taking up the whole front cover, holding an egg.
Love it.
Just, come on.
Yeah. Yep.
A little existential crisis in manga form? Come on.
Why not?
Come on.
Why not? All right, one more here from Bad Idea. Matt Kate's mind-bending sci-fi blockbuster, Save Now.
Oh, this one was cool, too.
Yeah, this is on page 79 of the Lunar Catalog. Armed with an extraordinary ability to save any moment in his life and then go back and relive from that point forward again, Saver can rewrite his past, altering his actions time and time again until he gets things right. But cursed with only being able to travel backwards, never forwards, he's burdened by having to spend his relived life in agonizingly real time. Travel back 6 days, and he must relive those days in full, aging all the while. This sounds fascinating. Again, Kent's a master at this type of stuff, and Tomas Giorello of Conan is along for the ride. So, yeah, check it out there on page 79. All right.
This was a whiff for me, but I wrote the name down in a spreadsheet, so I'm ready to pick this up.
Nice.
All right, look at that art, too.
It's beautiful. Due to the interest of time, we're going to skip all the way down to tomorrow's, and then we're going to go ahead and call this here.
Yeah, that's fine.
But let's see if I can get there fast enough, because I really want Lunar to put out a catalog that is not 1.5 gigabytes in size, by the way, because it really just eats up all the damn resources.
I could run it because, my PC is just turned a year old.
Oh, I know, but still, it's still come on.
It is a pain in the neck.
You can compress your images, guys. Come on, let's
just
be real here. Yep. All right. On page 682 here in tomorrow's Comic Book Creator number 41 focuses on Len Wein, life as writer-editor from creating Swamp Thing to Wolverine, to Moore & Gibbons' Watchmen and more, plus the sad demise of Will Eisner's P.S. Army Preventative Maintenance Magazine, interview with romance and pinup artist J. Scott Pike. More on Steve Willis and more from there. So check that out in Comic Book Creator number 41. And this month's Alter Ego features on the incredible inside story of Hillman Publishing from 1940 to 1953 by Mark Carlson Ghost. As well as art by Infantino and others there to go along with it. So Alter Ego number 197 there on page 682. And, by the way, Retro Fan number 42, profiling Adam West.
Adam West. Now you go a little softer. Adam West.
Yep.
Adam West.
All right, and that'll do it for this particular previews catalog. I think we did a damn good job of, going 3 hours like we always do. So what else is there? Yeah, good times all around, and Brent learned his lesson. So with that, on we go to the credits. Email address for Comic Timing is comictiming@gmail.com. Facebook.com/Comic Timing is where you can find the Facebook group. You can also find us said Facebook group, the Comic Timing fan group, which you can find via the Facebook page. Check us out on YouTube. We are youtube.com/@Comic Timing Podcast. That's where you can find Ralph's Comic Catch-Up, as well as full releases of every single episode that we do here, usually in video form, unless it's an audio-only episode. We're also on Instagram at Comic Timing Podcast. We're on Threads at Comic Timing Podcast. We're on Blue Sky as Comic Timing. And Raph, good job.
Thank you. We survived another one.
Indeed. And good job, listeners. And as always, there's always time for comics.